And then she goes, you're coming from the club. I'm like, yeah. It's like, what's he married man? They go to football club. I'm like,
Backyard bands.
It's that good shit.
confront.
Oh shit!
When I saw your face, man.
When I saw your face and whatever they said, man, you're beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. What's popping? I thought
you're beautiful, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you're beautiful. It's a beautiful Sunday. There's beautiful men in the building. Is that what it is for men?
What is for
handsome?
No, they use beautiful now.
Now it's
What's,
yeah, because
handsome
is very sexist
now.
Yeah, now beautiful is more.
Beautiful is now anybody can take it.
Omini everything.
Okay.
Or they will say he's a fine man.
Fine man. Yeah.
You know, get gorgeous before. Yeah.
Oh, did they do gorgeous?
Gorgeous, yeah.
But they use gorgeous for eyes.
I think
for eyes.
He has gorgeous. He has gorgeous eyes. Yeah.
Gorgeous is for eyes.
Gorgeous. Did they use gorgeous more for eyes? Yeah.
What they going for like prick?
Yeah, prick. they go say the girth. The length of it is massive.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's popping? Welcome. This is Backyard Band's #1 comedy podcast. I say that with my chest every time I speak it on the microphone. If you're just joining us, appreciate you. Make sure you guys do the needful. Wherever you're listening from, make sure you guys are commenting, engaging. Spotify has this new engaging thing, so check it out. YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment. Wherever, if you're streaming this illegally, shout out to you. But yeah, man.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. As long as you're checking out the pod. Appreciate everybody for joining us. It's a beautiful Sunday in the heart of, sounds like we're saying New York now, man, in Oshawa.
It could be Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you're listening.
Whenever you're listening, but we're recording on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm joined by my nearest and dearest of friends, ladies and gentlemen, and a few special people. This podcast is a special podcast. That's all it is. Because we're always joined by special people.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into it. I go by the name Mr. Dre. I'm your humble and gracious, and I'm in the building. Vibes minutes to talk to him.
Yeah, we're back in the same lively ministry. He's your minister, Imina, aka the Free Ego, aka Triple E, aka the Patricia Ego, aka you know what is popping.
Let's get it popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by a friend of the show, friend of the family, shareholder of the podcast. You already know the vibes. Michael, talk to him.
It's your boy Michael. It's like Grake Shots. That's all I have to say.
Award-winning.
The man with abundance grace.
His grace is very different.
Award-winning videographer.
Has a nice ring to it.
Also joined by Ella, who is now fur of the show.
Frog.
Did you say frog?
Fur. When it's not the time, when it's not going to be
just subscribe.
Subscribe. Or comment on YouTube.
If you're on audio, you have to go quick to YouTube. This is your cue.
Yeah, I guess. But ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by another friend of mine, who's also a podcaster, who's doing his own thing in the game, who's running things, a successful businessman.
A serial scammer.
We used to go on Instagram, guys was flexing. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm just following your lead, bro.
There's no lead.
Yeah,
I don't flex on the gram. I don't flex on the gram.
You the wine drink. That one you wine drink.
You tried it. You tried,
but that one no work.
Ladies and gentlemen, actually I don't know what his actual name is, but I'm going to go by what he goes by on Instagram. I'm joined by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Doxa.
That's my name, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I was like, that's your actual name.
Like your parents gave birth to you and they said that your name is Doxa.
Yeah, I'm special.
Wait, what do you mean by spell it, please?
Doxa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where are you from in Nigeria? You must be Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
Hey, not them.
Yeah, his name.
Wow.
They are very important names.
They think they are different. They think they are Port Harcourt people.
They are very important names.
My name is Greek.
So one day will be hot.
Long
boot.
Actually, Rivers people they have very, very different names in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Really?
You can tell by their names.
Like when I meet somebody and they tell me, my name is I don't even know a name to even give you now.
Monday now.
I'm like
the usual.
you're from
Monday plenty.
like the combination is always different.
Yeah.
The combination is always different. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's some that be calling their children beautiful.
I feel like it's Calabar people that collect days of the week as names. Like Monday. Wednesday,
No, when I was in Anambra, I heard a lot of that.
Monday.
And Monday, Sunday,
Sunday
Friday.
sounds like
Sunday.
sounds like an
Friday.
Anambra name.
Friday as
Sunday.
well. Friday. as
Friday,
well.
yeah.
That was a common one.
heard about that.
Monday, Friday.
Wednesday
Sunday.
is the only one where I know the year. Wednesday now only for TV show I hear the person name.
Oh yeah, that movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah.
What happened to Wednesday or something? No. Sorry, no.
No be movie.
Sorry, no,
it's a
not
TV
TV show.
Yeah.
Anybody that's named
No, there's a
Thursday,
movie.
they don't like
There's a
you.
movie. What happened to Monday?
Anybody that's named Thursday, they don't like you.
Yeah, anybody when they name Thursday. You are not quite the weekend. You are not quite early in the week. You are in that limbo when it's like, damn, I still have to come to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think amongst all, I think Ghanaians have it the best.
The best.
With the Kwame thing and
Yeah,
all
with the whole
that.
Kwame
Yeah.
thing and the different names of the week.
But everyone's called Kwame in.
No, they have like different days. They have like different days.
They have
Like
different days. You know
Yeah.
the funny thing is, Naza mentioned that when he came because he went to Ghana in December period,
Yeah.
right? He mentioned that. What did he say his name? I think he said his name was Kwame.
His name is Kwame. Okay, so it's a Saturday
He
born.
traced his day. I went to check my own because I was born on a Friday. My name is actually Kofi.
Yeah.
And you know the funny thing, yeah? Since we started doing our drama, our anti-play, right? Our anti-play. Like the way they drafted it and Drake and Anthony wrote the first script. From then on, we've been using Kofi as my stage name.
Mad.
That's why, and this is as far back
That's
as 2017.
This is spiritual.
This is
stuff, yeah.
2017.
Well, technically,
And I checked
Shantain was part of the
Okay.
writers
Shantae.
team for.
You know, we used Kofi when we did
Yeah.
Gala Night.
Yeah,
That was the first time we did it.
that's
So
the first
Gala
time
Night
it's
wasn't, because that was the first time we
Yeah,
did
yeah.
stage play, like 2 halves of 15 minutes play. Right?
Yeah?
So we did, So it was from then on, bruh.
Yeah.
And I know I went to go. I said, am I seeing it?
I was born on a Sunday. Funny enough, I think.
Sunday.
I don't know. We can check them now.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Wait. So Ghana people, they call their children according
Like
to...
days,
Yeah, according to the days of
whichever
the-
day.
yeah.
Which is very simplified, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's very simplified. Yeah.
But there's no special uniqueness.
I think it's.
No,
I
yeah,
think it's
I think it's special enough. now.
Yeah.
All the confused
Yeah.
men I gather. It's simple.
It's special enough.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, man. Michael, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
He just won best videographer in the city of Ottawa for the what's it called? You know the award
Faces.
show?
The Faces
award
Faces,
show,
yep.
which is a very renowned award show in the city of Ottawa. And if you guys are wondering, Ottawa is the capital of this great country called Canada, and it's not easy to stand proud.
How much are they paying you?
How much are they paying me?
This advert is strong.
No, I'm giving my boy
No, I'm
his
saying the
flowers.
great city of Canada.
Oh no, I'm not collecting my permits, my citizenship. Calm down. Canada is a great country. In fact,
Until proven otherwise.
But yeah, congratulations, man. How
Thank you,
does
man.
it feel?
It feels good. It feels
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
To be honest, yeah. I
You know that it can affect now. It will affect your booking because people are afraid to book you now. But like, your price is not high.
bruh.
Bro, yesterday's price is not today's price.
At all.
Come on. Tell them.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's like initially it was very daunting. I'll be very honest with you. Even till today, it's still very daunting. I'm like, really? Like you guys really gave me this award. Wow, I appreciate it.
Do you think it validates like you being a professional?
I tried not to get into that headspace. Because initially I was like, oh, if I don't win this award, does that mean that I'm not like good?
Exactly.
And all of that. But then I quickly like check myself and I'm like, if I don't win this award, it's probably because maybe I didn't get enough votes. That's
Right.
different from if I'm not good enough.
If you're not good
really,
enough,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Look at your Instagram. Thing. If you think you're not good enough, just look at it.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
There was one that you caught Obiora one angle.
Oh, that
I said yes, side profile.
that video is going crazy on my Instagram. I don't even know how. I don't know why. I mean, of course I know why, but it's like it's going every time I open my Instagram, I get notifications that like at least 100 notifications every single time I open.
Guy, if someone lose my ring, why not go viral now? Which guy plays that, bro?
You know what's crazy? So I hosted the wedding.
Oh yeah?
So
Yeah,
I'm now thinking like if that actually happened, right?
Problem.
The energy that everyone entered the venue with,
It would have been different.
it would have been different, and it's me
Yeah.
that would have
That
to
we have to
deal with it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that it's this guy and his people that caused the whole situation because I didn't know what I was walking into. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you didn't know?
I didn't go to the church wedding. I only showed up for the
Okay.
reception. So
Okay,
I
okay.
know Emeka OJ. Emeka is my guy.
Yeah.
And that was a new space for you, right? Was that the first time you were hosting in Winnipeg? No, that was the second time.
That was the first time I was hosting a wedding.
A wedding in Winnipeg.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And everybody there was pretty much fresh.
Yeah.
Except like a few of us that knew you already.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's actually tough.
Yeah. And that was the first time actually meeting Dozier, who's a great guy, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, your name is Kwasi.
Kwasi.
Yeah, just Kwasi.
Like KWASI. Kwasi.
That's a very unique name. Kwasi. I've never heard that before. That's the first time hearing that. I've heard Kwasi.
See, you're born on a Sunday. Just look at everyone else that's been born on a Sunday. You'll find that unique ones.
Yeah, I mean, they have multiple languages, right?
Yeah.
Some of them have, so there should be 3 different ones. So,
gotcha.
but Kwasi is one of the,
Gotcha. Mina's birthday just passed. Happy
sir.
Happy belated, happy birthday, whatever.
It was a shutdown.
Shut down.
It's always great when family comes out, man.
Yeah, man.
It's always a different vibe.
It was a shutdown on Friday nights.
Yeah, it was a shutdown, man. Shutdown. So people couldn't handle their liquor. They knew themselves. Shout out to you.
People gave up.
Yeah.
People were tapping out.
Wait. I hope I'm not one of the people that you consider.
No.
Because
First of all, you had to drive, actually.
I just came from Ottawa. Yes. So, okay.
Your reason is valid. So people actually like.
And then my social battery expired quick.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, club closes at 2 o'clock. I don't know how we're still there till 4 o'clock.
That was when we were starting.
We left early. Technically,
we left early.
We left like 3:20, 3:30.
Yeah.
No, we left like 4 o'clock.
No, I think he reached.
We left like 4 o'clock.
What?
Yeah.
I was out of the club by 3:30, bro. I don't know who
No.
were you with.
Because me, I got home at 6. Although I had to make.
Yeah, the stops
I
count.
got home.
I
got home at about just a few minutes before 5. I know because I had to wake up I had an alarm set at 6 because I had to be in Hamilton at 8:30.
Bro,
so
it had to be morning,
bro. So
good thing you didn't drink
I
much,
barely
bro.
slept. I think I just closed my eyes for like 30 minutes, bro. How I made it through yesterday, I have no idea. And I shot from 8:30 till 10 p.m.
That's the grace of God
Bro.
surrounding you.
After I was done, I was like, I just need to anybody's couch or bed that I just find
come
myself
across.
in.
That's where you're going. That's where you're going. Anyway,
I'm
in
gone.
Hamilton, yeah.
Catch the disease.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody who came out to celebrate with Imina. Michael came all the way from Ottawa. I mean, he came for an event, but once we got on the call, I was like, yo, man,
Bro,
I'm pulling up.
that was
So-
like, I'm coming there.
So shout out to him. The whole family was there, man.
Oh, if I had known, I'd have.
Yeah, it was like a last minute.
It was the last minute. It wasn't like, oh, let's go and celebrate my birthday, but it's like, let's go and
Do
celebrate
you
my
like
birthday.
celebrating your birthday?
Not really.
See.
Out of us, so there's 4 of us in our podcast.
Yeah.
Out of 4 of us, him and Shemzi enjoy celebrating their birthday the most.
I just asked him. He said
No, I don't like doing it, but when I have to.
What was the reason this year?
What was the reason?
Yeah, what was the reason
There
this
is
year?
a party. I'm off on the weekend because I work every other
Oh,
weekend.
okay, true.
I'm off the weekend. I'm like, where am I going? And I'm even off on Sunday. On Monday, I mean.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday, but I'm even off.
But
So I have a long weekend.
Let me put it in more context. I have not celebrated my birthday. I can't remember the last time I celebrated my birthday.
You know, the thing is, by the time you try to do, this guy will escape.
Oh man.
So we can't even
Can't corner him.
try to try anything. You understand? Yeah.
But yeah, man, how's everybody's week been? Mina, how's your week been leading up to the birthday?
Leading up to the bed, it's been stressful, especially that Friday because I had to work, right? Everybody say, why are you working there? I'm like, if I don't work, I'll go take it.
But you worked on the Friday.
Yeah, I worked on the Friday, and I
Okay.
was supposed to leave work at like say 6:15 the latest, right? I was there, it's hitting 6:48, and I wasn't even out. And I had to set up some guys' order. I'm like, bro, I'm looking to run away from here and go take a nap first, right? Before I come out outside because it's been a long ass day, right? So, but the week itself, it has been crazy because like work off today. I was off on that Monday too. So I had long hours Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So I had long hours, right? So it was like my compressed distance. So
Gotcha.
yeah, but I mean, once we get to the party, make sure see everybody getting fucked up. That's the highlight. That's the highlight.
That's good.
Michael, how's your week been?
My week was good.
Yeah.
What's the highlights of my week really?
It's not really.
Yeah, of course, your birthday was a great highlight.
No, your award wasn't it that week today?
No, my award was actually on the February 19th.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I just again, like I said, like the whole award thing was very daunting to me.
Yeah.
I was just keeping it for and then I just had to just put. I was like, I can't keep it in for too long.
Yeah, you have to practice what you preach because when you're asking us to vote,
Yeah.
we voted.
Exactly.
You're planning on hiding it.
No,
I was not hiding it. Just
From February to what do you mean we're planning on?
I didn't hide it. I didn't hide it per se.
What do you mean?
What's that thing? What's
I know it's March.
that thing Drake said? I wasn't hiding. I wasn't
He was hiding the word from.
But yeah, man. That's your birthday, and my wife probably won't like this one, but my daughter just said Dada.
Hey!
Shit.
Shut down.
Who
Who dey Zuzu? Who dey Zuzu?
So-
It's not the thing where you say you guys tread carefully for her. Because
I've been treading carefully.
the amount of vex that she vex. See, after 9 months, after all those part of 3 months, this is all those things where they go trimester with the mester. I don't know the part of where they go. After all that, now that way she go talk first. Nah, bro, don't utter because you die for your dream, bro.
Award-winning Dada. Now the next one.
That's the title of this episode.
Award-winning Dada. Nah, 3 goes out for my girl,
Yeah, man. Man, that's it, man.
No, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Already
Doxa,
we are sorry, yeah.
how's your week been?
Oh, he's been alright, man. I've just
You've been on vacation.
Toronto has been eating my wallet, bro. That's it.
It's like you like it.
Yes, now.
Yeah, you indulge in it.
Yes, now. I like what it pays for. I don't like the fact that I'm paying. That's the only thing I don't like. When they bring the bill, I don't. That's what I'm not a fan of.
That's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
fun.
How was your week?
What did I do this week? Amina's birthday was a great highlight. It's crazy. I think we just realized that I actually have like a kind of a 9 to 5. So I don't post like my 9 to 5.
You have a 9 to 5?
Kind of, don't miss that part.
Oh, okay. There's more explanation you need
Kind
to
of have
Yeah.
a 9 to 5.
Kind of.
Like I do have a 9 to 5.
What is kinda about this 9 to 5?
See,
It's-
I asked this guy, what did he do? He told me I'm a serial
Entrepreneur.
scammer. Now the same thing happens to me, bro.
No, I do have a 9 to 5. It's just it's very occasional.
It's very not 9 to 5.
It's very casual.
I guess
It's an on-call 9 to 5.
to put it that way. But no, so I worked. Hassan Fields, who's a comedian, had his final show in Toronto.
Yeah.
Friday. So I opened up for him. Great, amazing comedy show. Two shows on Friday night. Killed both sets. So that was a great highlight. I left the venue feeling very fulfilled. So
It's it. Yeah, trumpets now. Trumpets.
Yeah.
Yes, now what? Come on.
this guy got to play the soundboard. He knows how to cue the trumpet. So I did that, and that was kind of like what led like my excitement to go into the party. Cause yo man, I just shut down the show. 400 people got to see me perform. Like so, my energy coming into the party was different. You know, I was like, I'm here. Let's get fucked. I can't get fucked up because I got to drive. But
Because of the 9 to 5.
huh?
No.
Because of the 9 to 5.
But no, that was great. And now I'm recording, which is
Oh yeah, and you were a wedding guest.
Oh yes, I was finally
been a long time.
a wedding
Yeah.
guest.
Oh, where?
Which way?
Yesterday.
Which way? A long time. It's my first wedding. I was a guest
Oh, this is the first.
ever.
True.
This is the first wedding ever.
Ever.
Yeah,
I was a
yes.
guest. Yeah.
Mad.
Eh?
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
Since I started like
Oh,
hosting
wow.
weddings since 2017.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
My first time as a guest. Shout out to Jeff, by the way, for making that happen. Yeah, bro. I ate.
Wow.
Because I know they chop away.
Bro, the opportunity, bro.
No.
Can't let me.
Bro, I ate. You know, like first round, second round, third round, they dessert. Actually, not dessert, nightcap.
Nightcap. Yeah, we know they eat.
Men can have dessert.
Men can have
By the
dessert.
way, you were having cake last night. I saw your story, bro. You can't be doing that.
Bro, see, I don't, all these social media warriors, bro. I don't listen to them, bro. Men can't do this, men can't do that, but yet you're
Bruh.
telling us to do everything.
Bruh.
It's fine.
Yeah, so yeah, that was fun. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to quickly play a game with you guys before we jump into the podcast. Actually, it's just gonna be a fun podcast today, just because.
Before I played the game, do you know that I got it's not like a little bit of trouble, but I'm away from the club, right? You know, this is actually a long conversation, but you know, let's just keep it short.
Yeah.
So I'm away from the club, right? 5 a.m. I'm like, I can't call Olade now. She's sleeping. Right? I need, like, my ears were ringing. I needed to talk to somebody so that would keep me. Bro, I was coming from Vaughan all the way to Oshawa, like 1 hour drive after the club. Somebody has to keep me company. So I called my friend in Nigeria because Nigeria was already 9 o'clock. Right? And then she goes, you're coming from the club. I'm like, yeah. It's like, what's he married man to go to 4 o'clock? I'm like, it's my friend's birthday and he decided to celebrate at the club. So why did you go? Huh? I was like, I don't understand where this conversation is going really. Yeah, married man. Is your friend married? I was like, no, he's single. He's like, that's why he's doing his party at his birthday at the club. I was like, no, it's just, bro. It was a whole conversation about how I'm not supposed to be there.
He's making sense. He's making sense because,
no, he's not.
Because from his eyes, he's just come to celebrate you.
Yeah.
But just look at the story. A married man is going to the club with single people around. How would that look on the paper?
And why would you choose that where you have a man went to celebrate his friends party with his other friends
at this lounge at this hour finish. That's it. That is the story.
No, I know that's the story now, but you can see the other side of the story now.
Anything can be wrong if you spin it any other way.
I kept on correcting.
You know what's great, and we'll get into your conversation. It's good because you now didn't sleep,
bro.
That argument,
the show,
no trip. You made the entire trip explaining yourself.
Like, bro, I had to correct so many times. I'm like, no, I went to celebrate my friend's birthday. It's not like I was just on a random Friday, sitting at home or I don't know what to do at 12 a.m.
But first of all, what's wrong with a married man going to the club?
There's no issue.
I don't think there's any issue with it. Like,
there's no issue at all.
I think you're doing it every weekend. You know, sometimes you want to go out with your guys and hang out. That's really it. Allow the woman to have her time too. Like, so she cannot go to the club, but like she cannot go to the club with her own friends, have a girls' night out. Like, we have to call it married women's night out. Is that what
Probably.
And I'd be like, why are you going to the club? Are your friends married?
Just imagine you telling your wife that kind of thing.
Your friends are single. Say, so why are you there?
So why are you there?
There's a lot of retraining. There's a lot of retraining that needs to be done with the mindset, man. That's crazy, man. That you thought that way, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. There's no trouble, bro. Like, what?
You know, just the compute. I mean,
it's not hacking.
And this guy, way they do once he hit enter, they hit error.
Anyway, you're good, man.
So I want you guys to go around the room and tell me the top 5 sexiest languages. So we're gonna do it in a way where you get a point if you get all 5, and then you get another point if you get them in the right order.
Wait. As in, is it sexiest to us?
There's a world ranking.
There's a world ranking. You can't choose your ranking.
No. There's a world ranking that's also based on opinions.
No,
so if you are part of the right opinions, or if you are part of the majority opinions, then
majority opinions, yes. Actually, you start with
me. So am I just guessing 1, and then we're going around?
I should guess 5 first. 1 to 5.
1 to 5. I would say South African, and this is in no order. South African.
No, order it.
No, you have to order it. That's the whole point of top 5.
Okay. I would say Irish. Wait, sorry, languages. See me, I'm thinking.
You're thinking accent.
You're thinking accent.
Yeah, I'm thinking accent.
No, I think accent is part of it. No,
accent is different.
No, because if you say American English and British English, those are 2 different English.
But when you say language, you say English.
You say English.
Yeah.
No, English is clear on that list.
Yeah, no. You have Canada, you have US, and you have UK. three of them get different accents.
You have Nigerian English too.
And you
bro.
have Nigerian. You get our own accent.
Yeah.
In fact, even in Nigeria, where they speak English, outside people, all the accents where they.
Okay. You know what's English? Cancel.
All right,
languages. Sexiest languages. I'll go with the top 3: Spanish, Italian, French. Then, which languages are there? Can't be Chinese.
2 more. Let's go.
Two more.
Squeezing 2 more.
I'll say Portuguese and one more. Let me just put Yoruba in there.
For the sake of trouble. For the sake of trouble.
I'll put Yoruba.
All right, so your
in
top
there.
5 are Spanish, Italian, French, Portuguese, and Yoruba. Michael.
Top 5: French, Spanish. You said no accent. I want to say British English. I think Italian is up there too. The other 2 are heavily based on my opinions too. I think Swahili is kind of sexy.
Is this okay? No.
Korean.
Guys watching too much K-pop.
Oh boy.
All right, so your top 5 are French, Spanish, Italian, Swahili, and Korean. Imina.
Shit.
Imina is going to dig into Nigerian languages.
Spanish, Portuguese first and second. French, Italian. And this 51 is tough because Latin.
So Spanish,
Oh,
Portuguese, Italian. What's the remaining 2?
Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, Latin.
Latin.
Latin is Latin in what? Is Latin in
When was the last time someone spoke Latin?
Adore,
know.
man.
Adoremus. Asiwaju.
Latin.
So Spanish, Portuguese, French, Latin, bro, Italian and Latin.
This guy's scaring me.
Dorime is quite sexy.
Where you buy the bottle is
It's
sexy.
sexy. Come on.
We are ringing the bell. Bang, bang.
What do you know that I don't
Dorime.
know, bro?
Aremus. Dominus.
Asiwaju.
Your own.
So based on,
Wait, no, your own first before you.
I know the answers.
Oh, so you
Yeah, he's INEC. This guy's INEC.
you know, it's not all our polling units.
And he knows the results.
Yeah, he knows the results.
So first round, if you guys got all 5, so Doxa, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 out of 5 actually.
I don't know. Yoruba's there now.
Michael, you have 3 out of 5. Imina, you have 4 out of 5. So so I can tally properly. So in terms of having the top countries in there, Doxa has 4, Michael has 3, Imina has 4. All right, the wrong ones that you guys have, Latin is not in there.
Of course.
Yeah.
It can be.
Swahili,
Yoruba is not in there.
Swahili and Korean are not in the top 5.
That's crazy.
Yoruba is not in top 20. It's not in top 20, bro. So in terms of arrangement, the arrangement is actually Spanish, French, Italian, English, Portuguese. And so, Doxa, you have.
What does Portuguese actually sound like?
It's
Portuguese not like very arrogant.
No.
You don't
It's
hear
very soft.
Nema say.
Meshi. It's like that now. It's like Spanish, but then they add a bit more.
One language in Nigeria.
It's like Spanish, but they have a bit more swag now.
Yeah.
It's a
So
car.
Imina and Doxa both have 5 for getting the first country as number 1. Michael, you have 3. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What do you mean have 3 and they have 5?
The Spanish. You didn't pick Spanish number one. You
Spanish
picked
is
French.
number one. You speak French as number one.
Okay.
And then they got Spanish for as the first language.
So how many points did they get for saying Spanish as his first
1
language?
point.
1 point.
Okay. So where did the other 4 points come from?
They get 1 point.
They have 4
each.
countries. They have 4 countries in the top.
Countries that are actually in top 5.
Yeah. You only have 3.
I only have 3 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Korea.
Why are you surprised? Swahili and
Korea.
Korean.
No, I think I'm very academically competitive. So I need to understand where these scores are coming from. So you get 1 point for saying Spanish.
They're coming for the beavers.
You get 1 point for saying Spanish is number 1, right?
Yeah.
Where did the other 4 points come from again?
No. So you get points based on how many languages you got right.
Okay.
Dada.
Then now
Yeah.
we're adding extra points for the order.
Okay. So how many points? So you get 3 points.
You had 3. We
Like, I
had
had 3.
4.
No, you didn't have 4. You had 3, bro.
You had 4.
You had 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you follow
okay,
the
okay.
blueprint.
Latin is
Oh,
good.
okay. Good. Okay.
But yeah, top 10 are Spanish, English, French.
English was second.
Spanish, French,
Oh, French, yeah.
Italian, English, Portuguese. Russian is 6.
But I want to say British English though.
English is English now.
English is English.
No, now English not be English.
British
now.
English, you
You
can't
think
be
I'm now.
accent. British.
Yeah, I
Irish.
British and American are different. I understand what that means, but you can't.
Yeah.
But people
in
will
this
say you're
one-
speaking English.
Yeah, in this one where we're talking about the whole world, because the only reason there's
But
British and American,
I would agree with you. It might be just be. I think it's heavily based on British English.
Yes.
Sure.
It's definitely not
Number 6 is Russian. 7
Friendly
is
neighbors
Chinese.
downstairs.
8 is Greek.
I
Russian.
talk say Chinese.
Chinese.
No,
No, you talk Korea.
this guy talk Korean.
Let me
bro.
talk Korean.
8 is Greek. 9 is Arabic.
Or Arabic, yeah.
And 10 is Hungarian.
Blessing Arabic I supposed to talk. Because I can't talk
Latin. That is 2 different worlds.
No,
I'm like,
you
bro.
get what way. You know the funny thing here, that thing is messed up because there is no Chinese language.
That's
There's
true.
There's
Yeah,
Mandarin
Mandarin
and
and-
Cantonese.
Yeah, that's true. So we're giving extra points, Abi.
For what?
For catching that,
Yeah.
that
What?
mess up.
Like what the Cantonese?
Yeah, they mess up. But
Yeah.
they say they put Chinese.
What a Mandarin? Where you put Mandarin?
And
No,
they didn't know.
Mandarin is more popular than Cantonese for sure.
So you are
would have
wrong.
been-
Cole. You said Cantonese.
It would have been Mandarin there. It would have been Mandarin instead of
Well,
Chinese.
it's not in top 5 either way.
Yeah.
We'll give you brownie points. What he mentioned. So we're sitting with 2 people who have gone viral
Chai.
on online.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know your everyone knows my own viral moment.
I don't
know
actually-
your
No,
own
I
I
don't
actually
know.
don't know.
Viral
I actually don't know.
So his
Yeah,
viral
thank
moments,
God
we
we
put out a
thank
video on I mean, aside from his wedding stuff,
Yeah.
but him personally has gone viral on our
On
social
his-
media.
yeah.
page.
Oh yeah.
We put out a video where he spoke about thoughtful gifts and the idea is that women don't give thoughtful gifts.
Oh,
And then-
boy.
No. That is the misconception of that video. And that is what I'm here to correct today. I actually never said that women don't give thoughtful
You
gifts.
say some women think.
I said yes.
Think that
I
they
said some
give-
women think that they give thoughtful gifts.
Yeah, it's
But
called
they are
because
it's called video editing.
wait now because men don't
Men
get a lot of gifts,
gifts.
right? So when you give men gifts,
We appreciate
it's
it a lot. It
very
means a
yes.
lot.
Men appreciate gifts.
Papa, give him
A lot.
Give him.
No, I'm not going to quote
You
this.
better put me right now.
Word.
Right? So unlike when like men gifting women, I think for the most part, men gifting women is a responsibility. Like a lot of the things that women gift men, right, are some of the things that men are responsible for giving to women. Like if your girlfriend's phone is bad, there's this subconscious in her that thinks her boyfriend will fix it. Right? Her boyfriend will get her a new phone. She's not waiting till Christmas or waiting till birthday. Like it's just
It's almost like a ritual. You have to get a gift.
yes. You know,
And Lord forgive you if you are repeating gifts.
you understand?
So you have to be creative. You have to be thoughtful.
Yes.
You have to be this. You have to be that.
yeah,
right?
so it's like
yeah.
And
Whereas
then-
guys might have been in 3 different relationships,
Yeah.
yeah.
but they never
Same,
got gifts.
Same box.
Exactly.
But they never got gifts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like-
and then it's not that one, and
You
they'll
just-
not get one.
And then for the most part, I think when men, again, this is just a general grouping of men,
you
right?
have to say it. So
Like
because-
when men want something, they just get it for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing. There's no, like, of course there are men that have a gifting environment, But I think for the most part, men just get it for. And you want a PS5, you get yourself a PS5.
Yeah.
You're not going to wait till Christmas to see if somebody gives you a PS5.
If you're waiting on your babe guy,
You'll be waiting forever, bro. So
Yeah.
that was just my point of the.
Yeah. But then Imina echoed it.
Yes. So exactly. So
When you're in a party.
So now
you're in a party.
the other part of the video actually is that I said that the average woman can't really afford what men
Jesus
really want.
Christ, bro.
Right?
See,
And
na me.
I think I
bro,
still stand by
see, na
it.
me.
Bro, see,
And I think I still stand by it, really.
you can stand by it, but the thing with
Yeah,
social
But
media,
whether you get leg to stand up.
You know,
bro, the thing about social media, as soon as you say, we men,
yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
Are you
True.
finished now?
And then Imina now
I'm not
came to back me. You know,
you get
By
locked. Say
saying-
that is not your personal page. You get locked.
No, but the crazy thing is like, so because again, we've branded ourselves as a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows it's a joke
comedy,
thing.
yeah.
Because I've seen people try stuff like that and whew, get flamed.
Yeah, bro.
Also, it was just like a lot of like, it was more like, oh yeah, this is
yeah,
true.
yes, exactly. So
Ronaldo's
yeah,
girlfriend
yes,
cannot
my
buy
own.
him the World Cup because that's what he wants. You
Yeah,
know,
Yes.
that kept popping up on the thing. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people are actually supporting me
Yeah,
under the
yeah,
comments.
under the
Yeah,
comments.
so
Good
that's
luck, man.
that's my viral moment. I think his own is quite different. Actually,
You know the story, so you tell us the story.
Tell us his
I
story.
like
I know you tell my own story.
I don't know.
Okay,
You know what?
tell your story.
I'm going
I
to
want
say
to see your
half.
side.
I'm going to tell half because I think I know half of the story.
I want to see
I
your-
think
I want to see your side.
you commented about something that had to do with a woman of a different race, right? And they flamed you for it.
Which
Yeah,
race?
no be small flame,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Race. Tell us
This
the
was
story.
scorching.
Okay, so please now tell us the story.
They burnt you.
Oh boy, are you just in case this one goes viral? I am just quoting another story. Anyway, so what happened was that a girl came on our podcast, a white girl came on our podcast, and we were talking about what's it called? Like,
How are they able to flame you with your accent like this? They should be like,
I tell you,
bro, it was the British people. See,
your accent stay top 5.
This is
I
how
don't make the rules.
the clip went from UK TikTok to American TikTok
to black TikTok.
to Nigerian TikTok to American black girl TikTok. Now it's residing in UK TikTok. So it's my UK people that are abusing me. But yeah, so yeah, this white girl came on, and the topic of conversation was like empathy and like understanding other people and how do you act in certain situations. So she was just saying, let me not repeat it, but she was essentially just saying that because there's some sort of animosity that she feels before anything happens, she just feels between the races. On top of that is now the whole dynamic between men and women. She was now just explaining that. In fact, because you guys haven't watched that, I'll just say it.
I wonder why you're
don't
being
even care.
critical.
I'm wondering why it's hiding the
like,
details.
I
Like,
don't know
like
why-
we know the details.
So essentially, what I said is this girl was telling us a situation of when she's coming into a club, and then because she's pretty, right? There's pretty privilege. That's what I said at the beginning. I said, girls. The first part which destroyed them was girls are essentially have an issue with pretty girls, and this is just girls in
Oh,
general.
that's a fact.
That's yeah. I think that's quite.
I'm glad. I'm glad everyone's saying it now.
Yeah.
So that's what I said first. Then I said, on top of that, she is now a white girl in a black environment. So as a black girl, I can understand that you already have this issue here. You're pissed. On top of that, she's now taking, or she's perceived as taking your guy. Because from my experience, I've had friends that have an issue with interracial relationships. And there's always,
The internet right now has an issue with interracial.
that's what I'm saying. So
No, and not just interracial relationship. The internet right now has an issue with black men
That's
dating
it.
outside their race.
That's it. So that's what I was coming from. I was like, I've seen it before. I've seen black girls complain about black guys dating other girls, especially white girls.
yeah, that's been a thing.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen it. So now I'm
That's
commenting
an
based on
ongoing conversation.
yeah. So I'm commenting based on I can understand there's already the animosity, and I can understand why you're feeling the animosity, right? So now, what was causing the riot.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know how Nigerians talk now? We like to exaggerate everything.
Mm-hmm.
I said, on top of that, she's now white. Your stomach will turn even more. They carry that on.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to dissect the story. Actually, I'm trying to see where the issue was.
There's no issue.
So what are the comments? What are the comments like?
The issue came from, and I saw it happen. It's just that I didn't react quick enough just because I was walking.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I looked back, it was already on 33K.
Mm.
The abuse has already reached like 2K.
So what are the comments under this thing?
The comments started with, there was one girl that made a stitch. She stitched, as a black woman, your stomachs will turn even more because of a white woman. So now everyone's now commenting, you're equating pretty to white. Everyone's now commenting, you hate black women. Everyone's now commenting, you hate yourself.
Wow.
Everyone's now commenting, you're ugly, you look like a gorilla. I said, wow.
That's crazy.
So yeah, like for me, I already understand how the internet works, right? It's all based on the first reactions.
Yeah. And it does whole things that's like, it's crazy because, and it's a proving point.
Yeah.
We never see the whole thing. We just take that 1 or 2 lines.
Yeah.
Because if you ever go watch that episode, you'll understand that we had a great conversation. Like, it was just a little bit of something that didn't you're just something
Actually,
little.
The funny thing is that I was even the first few hours, I replied, I said, look, like you're not understanding the full.
You are replying.
That's the
Oh boy. That's his problem part 2. The moment you reply, it's just going to.
I didn't reply to one. I just replied like in my comments. I just put, you're not understanding the full context. People are thinking that I'm saying, oh, go and watch the full thing. Firstly, go and watch the full thing. But secondly,
go
watch the full clip. Watch the full 30 seconds because the full 30 explains itself.
Yeah.
So there's some girls that are doing back and forth. I've had people come into my Instagram, guy, think pieces in my request.
Say think pieces.
No way.
Block. I don't have time, man.
That's crazy.
Nah, man. I think it's very funny because that then like sort of I think it then shows how important some of the things we do as podcasters or as people who voice opinions, whether it's posting a clip on your story and speaking about it, and you think that it doesn't have any like no one's watching, and then you're getting things like think pieces and stuff like that. But I mean, it's how you bounce back from that, right? And it seems like you're still doing all right.
Right, there's no bouncing back. I just move forward, man.
Just move forward.
All that.
Because the thing is, like, I posted it in the first like 15 minutes because I was just on my phone still. I saw like 500 views. I saw my normal clip. Close my phone.
It's not normal. We need those normal.
One of my friends messaged me saying you're getting cooked. I said, what do you mean by I'm getting cooked? She didn't even give any content. She now said, oh, check TikTok. I checked. I saw 33K. I said, I'm closing my phone. There's no point. Because me, I thought it would just die there now.
Yeah.
One of my friends called me in America, said, can you explain your clip? I said, America, how? I looked, I saw 100K. I said, yeah, God.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because me, I don't keep too many people around me, right? So there were even like some of my friends are calling me vexed that there are people that know me that are jumping on this bandwagon to abuse me and continue.
Yeah.
I said, bro, me and them, we're not close enough for them to be
for
their opinions to be
not to take it personal.
Bro, I see it as, look, my clip is doing well. You're trying to collect views. Collect. I even reposted her this thing for her. I reposted some of their own short clips they were making, jumping over. Bro, everyone's eating now.
Well, that's a fact because you just anything that is on social media, you just have to know that you've opened the Pandora's box. You don't know what you're getting from it, right? Everybody's going to voice their opinion, right? And like we said about coming to either explain yourself or answer one question, it's like there will be a lot. So which one do you want to answer? Because even that reply will set you aflame on other. You might be pouring kerosene. You don't
have that comment on the video. You don't comment. There's another one following the whole thread.
And then there's now
I love Twitter and TikTok for that.
Bro,
there's always a follow.
I love it, man. I love it.
And there's now the part where it's like the way the comments come in you don't know what people are seeing first.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't know what people are seeing first. When you even post a comment later, you don't know where it's falling.
No, the reason,
So
the reason
like,
that I put the reply, because me, I'm thinking the way Instagram works, as in I can reply and pin.
I'm pinning.
I
I replied, it's not pinning.
It's
I
not
said,
pinning.
Jesus Christ.
Everything you just follow that. So like, you don't know where you're falling in, and you don't know who is seeing that one first. Seeing your it's like, be like, this guy's trying to defend himself. It's social media. Is
My
crazy.
own is that I know like the only people that are going to reply are the social media warriors, the people that are commenting.
Yeah.
Because if you look at most people that agree, either like and move on or they move on.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. The only people that are going to reply are just people that have an issue or people that are looking for likes. People, I don't bro, social media, bro. I'm only on 600K. I'm not getting paid to be getting views right now. You're telling me I posted this for a reason.
If it was America, maybe a different situation. Yeah.
Because like the one with Michael, right? You find people that start flaming all podcasters. They're not like all these podcasters think they do
Guy,
this.
I sell your equipment.
But I looked at it and laughed. I'm like, and the one guy was like, these people just need to. There's no more podcasts that have people that have sense or whatever. And in my head, I'm like, go start your own.
Because like some guy, there was one of on our podcast page. Someone replied saying, "Why don't you guys ever talk about finance?" Blah blah. I said, "Bro,
they're bare man's talking about that.
thank you. You're watching my distance. Anyways, thank you. God bless you for the views. Thank you for the engagement."
I think it's one of those things. Again, I think it's just one of those way. Like, if you want the finance, you just have to do the research. It's what's popping that everybody's pushing out, and then there's finance podcasts out there.
Bro, there's so many. There's so many starting every day too.
So many.
Finance, business, entrepreneurship.
There are so many.
Work from home.
Everything, man.
Yeah. A little bit of things that are happening. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Lance Redrick, who plays the concierge in John Wick, passed away.
Oh yeah, that guy.
The black ball.
The black
guy,
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't like
That
when people pass. I don't know if he's in the upcoming fourth one, but I don't
It should have been shot and done already.
Yeah, no, but I just don't like when people like pass away before they get to see
Their work.
their work.
Right.
It's just crazy. But yeah, may his soul continue to rest in peace. There's a lot of support pouring out for him and his family. So,
and he's young too. He's young for an old man. 60.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What else?
Wasn't it Costa that died the other day too? I'm trying to go on.
Yeah.
Costa.
That
We
Costa
spoke
guy.
about
Yeah,
it,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true. That one was young.
Guys,
I have-
27 or 26.
That's
I have a very the way I see things in life.
Say it.
See, my own is like, if you died based on something that you've done to cause it, for some reason my heart can't understand the empathy for it. So, for example, I think I heard, because the thing, I don't know the truth, right? But I heard it was because of he was taking some supplements.
Substance.
Who is that?
Right, the Costa guy.
That's
He passed out on stage. And
Okay.
it was due to some supplement. I don't know how true that is, so I'm not going to like.
That's allegedly.
Yeah,
'Cause
allegedly,
a lot of people have
so-
come out. I heard something like that, but I heard people have come out to debunk that shit. So
Yeah, so the thing is, like, for me, just based on if it is true, it makes me feel like, come on, man, you could have not even
you
like
should,
when
you
I
should
see-
know better.
Yeah, even like
Yeah.
with rappers dying.
Mm.
Come on, now.
But you see, it's one of those things where you see this thing that we do as being public people.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
To succeed,
yeah,
right? As an individual. And it's not even adding family or anything, just you as an individual. And sometimes you find yourself not being able to explain
a lot.
what you're going through or what's happening. And so you find methods of coping mechanisms. You find coping mechanisms. And if you have wealth, if you're affluent, you can afford
Any coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Some
And,
quick
um,
thing that will solve
So
the problem.
it's I get where you're coming from, but it's also sometimes it's like they don't at that point in time they don't have a lot of options because they don't trust people. It's like you want to
That's
go to
another
therapy
thing,
and
yeah.
stuff. You have to trust someone who can damage your career one day because of all the things you've told them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I get where you're coming from, but it's also sometimes it's not like they're not doing it. It didn't start off as like, well, I want to do this. It was like
yeah.
I had to get away to escape
Yeah.
a moment because that's just what it is. Yeah. But yeah, may their souls continue to rest in perfect peace.
And I think to add to that, like, it's like people's situations are always different because Twitch committed suicide,
Yeah.
and a lot of people think he's the sweetest,
Twitch. Okay, I'm like,
non-troublesome person, right?
Yeah.
So now, if you're looking at it that way, like, what would drive someone to commit suicide when they've exuded the energy that, like, they are the light in the room? You understand?
Yeah.
So it's like, you look at the people taking drugs, it's open that they are taking drugs,
Yeah.
or it's open that they are doing this and they are gangsters or all of that. They live by the gun, so they die by the gun.
Yeah.
You understand? You try to judge it, but what about the people that died silently way before they committed suicide?
Yeah. I have a very like broad opinion on all these things. It's just that that's also an opinion that not many people have, which I like to share, because what's the point in all of us agreeing?
Yeah,
Especially when we're on a podcast.
No,
right?
I think
that's why I will always say the thing that sounds different. Although it's
Devil's
not like
advocate.
no Angels ambassador, bro.
Oh, now you be your own. That's your own.
I think
If you are the minority voice, a lot of times your minority voice is the devil's advocate. Let me tell you.
no, but
sometimes
I think a lot of people share that sentiment with you.
That's what I'm saying,
It's just that maybe it might not be the most popular
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
heard
But it's not like it's a minority, bro. Sometimes everyone's thinking it.
Yes,
No
but they
one
can't
wants
say
to-
it.
No one wants to say it out loud because
Yeah.
they don't know how to articulate it. So for me, I would say it out loud. So then, if you now you can now find your way to articulate it, because that's the whole point of having your podcast. People need to be able to hear these things. Like, even like
from different voices too.
exactly from my clip. Do you know how many white girls have come and said, "Yeah, I feel this way." When would they have the nerve to say that in public?
Oh, they can't.
To black people in general.
Yeah.
And they all came out, and now people even
They will
within
smoke
friend, within friend groups, they're having the conversation of like, you have some friends that are asking their white friends, "Have you felt this way?" Like, based on this clip, they'll say yes. All of a sudden, they're coming to me to apologize for insulting me. I say, bro, that was the whole point of me saying it. I didn't say it just to vex you guys.
Yo, Bruno Mars. Catching grenades for them.
Backyard bands.
What's the thing? I forgot to talk about this last week on the podcast, but Everything Everywhere All at Once becomes the most awarded movie with I think I spoke about this last week.
This is the Angela Bassett.
Bro, I've never seen that movie before.
No, as in like the whole dynamic.
No, not really.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of spin off the whole dynamic of, you know,
Angela
how did that
Bassett.
win over the Angela Bassett?
I say because this is my theory. I think that because she died, she didn't complete the role. She didn't complete the movie. There's points. There's points deducted for not finishing the movie.
It's like, why would you win Best Actress in a supporting role when you couldn't even support to the end?
You couldn't support yourself.
You couldn't even support yourself.
Like,
We are joking, no, we are joking. We are joking.
The angle.
I
Has anybody seen that movie though? The Everything Everywhere.
Yeah, but
I've
like,
seen it 3 times. I've not understood.
yo, same thing. Like I watched. Okay, I haven't watched it 3 times. I started it like 5 times. Like you have to sit down and actually focus.
Okay, the 3 times I mean, I didn't watch finish. I started, I slept. I continued, I slept, and then I finished it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait. So when you say you watch something 3 times, to all of our knowledge, that means you watch the full thing 3 times, but you watch the whole thing in partial.
I watched the whole thing. Like when I wake up, my Netflix have exhausted. I had to.
He's asking
the next time.
Are you still there?
It's not even. It has finished and is now waiting on the next movie that I could possibly hit play. You understand? So I'll now go back and I start looking for where I stopped, where I think I remember. Right?
Yeah.
And I start again. Again, it happened again. Just like film, I sleep.
The movie's like it's like Inception and what's the other one? It's like Inception on steroids.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see it though.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm a big fan
good
of Inception.
movie. I'm not a fan of how it ended. Like I think like for how complex the movie is, it ended very, very like simply. Like how could you confuse me all the way from the beginning and then just give me this ending? That's how I felt anyways. But yeah, I mean I think it's crazy because for the amount of awards that it won, I think it makes a lot of sense.
I think he won award on every level,
bro.
like all the way to like best picture or something like that.
Apparently,
Every
the
level.
people that did the visual effects, they were self-taught. They were like 2 friends that
man.
self-taught themselves
Yeah.
on the stuff, and they worked together on it. So they didn't even use big names when.
But
doing
I've
the
always
movie,
said though, like,
right?
and I said this last week when we recorded, I've always said the Oscars is like, I think that it's a lot about like box. Like, I think if your movie hits like Hollywood, like box office and is doing crazy numbers, I feel like you fall out of their radar. If you think about it, all the movies that really do win, like from my opinion, Shaq, I don't watch the Oscars as much anymore. It's always movies that you don't know. There was 1 year where Parasite was taking everything.
Yeah.
Well, Parasite was a good movie though.
But it wasn't.
It is a good movie.
It's
Actually.
a good movie, but it's not like it wasn't out there. They didn't push it the way they're pushing Avatar.
No, Parasite was not popular in this part of the world because it was not in English, but it was popular in the other side of the world.
What a Moonlight.
Okay, I didn't watch Parasite. I watched Parasite.
I watched Parasite
with subtitles. That's actually one of the movies I watched. I hate subtitles.
Right? You have to find out why is this movie winning.
I have to. I actually watched Parasite before. Yeah.
I watched it after because I was trying to figure out why is this. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
It's just like for me, that's especially why I like Netflix. Like if a movie has English audio, I don't care if the lips are not syncing. I would watch it with the English audio. Right?
See, bro,
I hate subtitles
when I was watching
everything.
Money Heist, and you hey, Professor! Yeah, I'm feeling it! Hey, Professor! I go, the Professor? Guy, come on, man. The ginger is not there, bro.
Not there at all.
I need it because with the way I work, I don't necessarily be looking at the screen. I'm doing other things and hearing it. So if I'm just hearing something I can't understand, and I can't really, I can't paint a picture of what's going on. So I need those subtitles for me. So I'll be alright with the screaming.
I think for me, I see it as Oscars. A lot of these award shows are white people that made them. I'm always surprised they're picking their own. Because us two will do our if we made an award show and we're picking between some regular white Becky and Angela Bassett, who are we going to pick? Angela now.
Yeah, no.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why, like, for me, I don't get as outraged as some other people because I just think to myself, we've done really well to be in these spaces. I'm not discrediting her work. All I'm saying is that sometimes you just need to sit back and just your rage can't be that big because you need to understand this is still a white people's environment.
I think the also crazy part is I haven't really looked into the story per se. Maybe she has come out with a statement, but is she enraged?
That's another thing. Why are you
Is this
taking paracetamol for someone
no,
else's headache?
No, but she can't be enraged because if she's enraged, then it's kind of like this entitlement personality.
There's that.
Like her
but,
fans they have to be enraged
so
on her behalf.
it's the fans that are doing this.
Yeah. No,
Like
because
she can still be enraged due to like competitiveness.
Yeah.
Right? You can still have that vex, but bro, at the end of the day, and also she's made it.
like
She's made it.
she's an icon. She's an icon regardless.
Hadn't she won an Oscar before?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, I think I share the exact same sentiments to you about us enraging over, like, even when we get angry that Angelique Kidjo is winning over Burna Boy, like, I'm like we have left all the awards in Africa.
God, thank you.
To be looking at Grammys now, like, even what's the name of that guy? Zay.
Pokoli?
No. Zazu guy, what's the guy's name? Portable. Portable is out here saying he wants to win Grammy. Like, bro, like, concentrate on your head is first. Like, head is used to be a very good award back in the day. I don't know what happened to it, but it fell off. MTV used to be very good. Like, let's big up the awards that we have in Africa.
Yeah, I think Head had issues where they didn't accomplish some of the things that were, like, for example, some of them come with like an SUV and stuff, right? So they had issues where
like,
they couldn't.
What do you mean an SUV?
So that was back in the day. There was that way they didn't have their sponsors, so the cars they gave people, they had to return it or something weird like that.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
But last year they had it in Atlanta.
Oh.
Yeah, last year was in Atlanta.
So, I mean, all those
why they having a Nigerian award in Atlanta?
There's pros and cons. There's pros and cons to these things.
What's the pros of having a Nigerian award in Atlanta?
No, see, I get where it's coming from because at the end
I get your rage.
But at the end of the day, like, if we want to have our own award ceremonies where it's having the same effect, it's having the same glorification, we need to build from somewhere. Like,
but one thing I gotta ask.
Where's the BET Awards right now?
They're still running. They're still running.
What's like? Do people even classify the BET Awards to be anything now?
Because
it used to be something back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a thing, not necessarily anymore for Nigerians or Africans per se, because now they're now looking at
like BET Awards or Headies.
BET Awards.
Like you're looking at the perspective as like it was a thing where like a lot of when Ice Prince was getting nominated, the band was getting nominated, everybody was getting nominated on those shows.
I'm more thinking for like black for like if BET was so big, right? And Angela Bassett won a BET, I think.
Yeah,
BET is still big on the weekend that it happens.
Yeah.
The reason why you're so removed is because you're in Canada, and BET is not really like that in Canada. You need cable. Like BET is not like a free channel. Like it's an American thing.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's not really what it is. Like here, we're more. I don't know if about you, but we're more invested in the Junos. Like I can tell you for sure. Like Toby won Best Rap EP project. Toby was a Nigerian rapper. You know, shout out to him by the way. So it's just kind of where your environment is, where you're invested in. The reason why we're invested in the Oscars is because it's now globally televised. Like CBC will carry it, and CTV will carry that kind of those kind of stations that will carry it, and those are Canadian TV stations. BET is an American US network, and so we don't receive that much coverage of what's going on over there unless you look into what's happening. Like you have to. But when we're in Nigeria, we had BET on DSTV, so we watched it. You know what I'm saying? But with the whole like, what's it called? Headies is. I think they've lost the map somewhere. They're trying to standardize.
They need to bring the map back.
They're trying to standardize because they're trying to compete with these other stations. And so I think, I'm not saying allegedly, the mentality might be that if we do well outside, people back home will want.
I get.
But there's only so much space for us outside. It's like a 2% space.
What was crazy was they hired this guy from Blackish to host the show in Atlanta. And the reason why they went to Atlanta is because Atlanta is like Lagos.
Yeah, I guess.
Atlanta, Houston, or
Atlanta, Texas,
Maryland, all those places.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name. The guy that is on Blackish.
Is it D.K. Simmons?
No, the guy.
Anthony.
Anthony Edwards or whatever.
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson. He flamed. He was just dissing the entire show. That was his stuff. He was just dissing the show entirely. Like,
there's no way,
bro. He came on one time. He's like, 4 hours later. So
oh my god!
Yeah, man, he flamed the show. So like that was a wrong move on their part because they're trying to standardize it. But like these are things that you can again with this conversation that we had so many times on like different platforms, and hopefully they'll figure it out. Once upon a time, Headies was like, bro.
Yeah, man. Like,
bro, they have Nigerian.
I think it fell off before the pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, they lost everything.
Like they used to have a whole magazine. I used to buy the magazine and watch and look at it. I'm like, okay, this is
Big Brother Nigeria. Is it not in South Africa?
Yeah, but
steady.
But that's because the franchise. I think the franchise is from South Africa. The African franchise is from South Africa, so it's okay.
Wait, so that's Big Brother Africa or Big Brother what?
Yeah, it's Big Brother Africa first, right? And then it became Big Brother Nigeria. Like I don't know if they have Big Brother Rwanda or other. I actually don't know if they have other African countries Big Brother, but I think so far it's not just Big Brother Nigeria that I know, apart from Big Brother Africa. So I think that's okay too.
They're not gonna have it. No.
But like one thing is just ask individual communities. I feel like of course, like it would be nice if we cross, you know, and if we are recognized by other communities. But I think we should individually empower our own communities with our own awards, Headies and BET. Like all these things shouldn't be as is happening. Like Jay-Z should be proud to win a BET. Like you know, we shouldn't just sweep it on the rug. Oh, BET is top.
Another thing that I see it as is like how serious these bodies, you know, eventually take it, right? Because the people organize eventually is like a company or like a group of people that organize this event eventually, right? That are producing it or whatever, right? So now those individuals might not be as big as Jay-Z or as some of the artists, right? And now when you put their name in that stuff and you don't, you know, bring the thing up to their standard, you are setting up to ruin yourself as a group. Because when one thing goes wrong, it's you them now boycotting you or saying one thing wrong about that is going to ricochet to many different things. And it will be hard for them. Imagine having to spend so many years trying to get yourself back up. Even Grammys had to spend so many years appealing to black people, all these big industry rappers. You know how many years it took Jay-Z to come back? Right? You know, all these things, like, I feel like
and Will Smith is not even helping us.
Yeah. I don't want to flame black people, but we are also divided in our own community.
Of course.
Right? So whenever we start something, either in some type of way we belittle some people, you understand? Or we don't take ourselves too seriously, or we don't, you know, take our standards too too seriously, you know, and do things, especially when it comes to production of a lot of things. Like people can't actually put on a good show. Stick to it and see it through. You understand? So all this is when there is one little discrepancy, right? It comes to bite them in the back because you are dealing with more than yourself.
Yeah.
You are dealing with people that might be like, oh, my lawyers will see to your lawyers.
Yeah.
Or I have my people talk to your people. Or like, oh, I have more money than you. I can shut this shit down.
Yeah.
You understand?
I
Or
think-
like, I'll buy you over. You understand?
Yeah.
You are dealing with people that are like that. And before you know it, it's like actually a big problem. And you can't move further than that. You not spend more money trying to appeal to a lot more.
Yeah.
Before you not get back to people's eye again, everybody is now watching another thing.
And I think the way everything has been advancing, right?
Yeah.
It's not like making a mistake now is not the same as making a mistake like 10, 20 years ago.
Right.
Like, because the standards are so high, especially for all these award shows, the standards are so high that any mistake that you make trying to come up is exaggerated way more than before. Because before you can make a mistake and try and recover, but now the recovery time is
That's if you even recover.
That's if you recover. That's what I'm telling you.
So-
All these people, the effort it will now take you to fight back is a lot. Even the
Yeah.
Oscars that we are talking about.
yeah.
It has been a hot topic about Oscars boycotting, like black people boycott Oscars because Oscars is boycotting black people, right? Even the people that they bring to host the Oscars will be flaming Oscars.
Yeah.
Because, or they will start playing this racial war and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That was Oscars like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago. So they have their own thing, even though it's still big. You understand? If you don't have the power, I guess like the academy, they have their money, they have their backing. So if you're at that top, maybe you can pull a lot of strings and still try to make your way. But if you're not on a certain level and you're trying to play with actors or all of those people that have the power of their own,
Like I say, Portuguese.
nah, it's Latin.
Speaking of music, by the way, shout out to Dick Gold. They just signed a record deal with Def Jam.
Def Jam.
No
It's
way.
crazy.
His next album will release on the Def Jam. It's crazy.
Who's in Def Jam again? Because
Kanye West.
Rihanna.
Speaking of Def Jam, isn't all P Diddy and Tyler Perry that are trying to buy big shares in BET?
BET, yeah.
So BET might recover.
Yeah.
We never know.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Right? If you fuck with big people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now you have like, well, now this is another problem. If Tyler Perry I trust Tyler Perry, right? But if P Diddy now buys this and stuff, it should not be a thing of, because P Diddy always have a chip on his shoulder about him ripping off his own artists and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not like, okay, you now buy it and now you're not going to put only the people that are your people under the radar. And,
That's what Juju is doing with halftime show.
Wait, does he actually have influence in the halftime show?
He is hired as the what they call is it inclusion diversity something?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's crazy.
He's in charge of the
So he
halftime
has
show.
a
No
big
way.
stake, a big stake when it comes to the entertainment aspect of it.
Yeah, he's hired for something.
wow.
with the-
Like when I saw, like when I was seeing the comments about Jay-Z's involvement in Rihanna's halftime show, I just thought it was banter.
Nah, bro.
I actually didn't think it was serious. That's crazy. Wow.
But
at least he's giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
Giving the people what they want. Like, you can't say no to a Rihanna.
28 women were hospitalized for
BBL.
Nope.
Oh, sorry?
Nope.
For what?
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Were hospitalized for playing the game Ouija.
Which one's which again?
What's that?
There's this game, right? It's a
The
board
Ouija-
thing.
the
The spiritual thing, Ouija board.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
Yeah, of course.
surprised.
Yeah.
Explain.
Fuck around and find
You're
out.
playing with the devil, bro.
Yeah, man.
So it's a game where you ask a question, right? And you have like a thing on the board and with letters and numbers. And so you say like, yo, like, Ella, where are you? And then it was
That thing will move.
Yeah. So
I'm
apparently
not surprised.
in Colombia,
Yeah, man. Like,
I guess people were playing apparently in the span of 3 days, 28
Women.
women were hospitalized.
So it's only women that were playing it. Or
They did not say.
Hospitalized for what?
Fainting.
bro.
I don't know if it's like in alternate reality. I'm going to let me paint you guys this picture. So in alternate reality, so maybe these women, maybe there was something about this game that took a spin. You understand? So it's not like the women that. So this is my own alternate reality. Right? In the multiverse of this game, right? So the women, they are sexually deprived. right? So they are now playing a game where
This guy.
they will not find they will not find a man with a big dick, but when the guy come, they go faint. Right? When the guy not appear, they will faint. Maybe something like that.
Oh my God.
Why is it all women?
I'm so
Why is it all
confused.
women that is hospitalized? Where is the guy? He has something to explain. Maybe the people appearing or the people coming from the spiritual world is men. Get jam. Every problem that women have is men.
men.
Menopause. All these
I
things.
heard that.
Baba said I'm menopause.
Menstrual cycle. Men.
You know what's crazy?
Mental issues.
What's crazy is that they all start with men.
They all start with men. That's what I'm telling you. Now they started playing this game. Now women now they hospitalized.
Oh, Ouija, but anyway.
Ouija.
Make I even bust your head. The other one that doesn't start with men starts with Patom.
Hey, they will carry person for diamonds. They will call her Patom.
Why not be Matom?
Why go be Matom?
Backyard Bands.
Yeah, this is a great segue. I don't know if you guys saw this, but some lady went on a date with a guy, and apparently the waiter brought the menu and asked. I guess the conversation was surrounding something along the lines of like if he wanted extra cheese on his burger for $3, and he said no.
Cost of living now.
And then the lady felt embarrassed. She went to the bathroom or something, paid for the meal, and left. And texted him and said, "You should have had the cheese." And then she posted it on.
She now.
So what if he didn't want the cheese?
So she posted it on TikTok saying like, guy's nice and cute, but she felt like the guy was being cheap, like for $3.
Because he didn't want extra cheese?
For $3.
No.
What if it was lactose intolerant?
Remove the $3. He doesn't want extra cheese. Period.
This is personal.
And then she got flamed.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Thank God.
I'm like,
Oh
bro,
my
because
God.
we are already getting flamed.
Bro. Because I'm like, I don't like cheese.
Bro.
So and this could be me any day. You go flame me for not wanting cheese.
Oh, that's why I said
I mean, I'm broke, but yeah, I don't want cheese too.
If I
And if it's gonna cost $3 extra,
I will remove the cheese.
yeah.
And ask if it's cheaper.
Bro.
And so I went I decided to do some research, and I was looking up like, what's the worst thing a woman has done on the first date? And I found a thread actually that exists.
Whoa, before your threads, let's go around.
A woman has done on a date.
Before
first
you were
date.
married, though. Don't come and be telling us married.
Of course.
What's the worst thing a woman has done on the first date? Jesus Christ! I didn't
But
think about
Imina has not gone on so much dates. I'm not sure this conversation will go on his behalf.
Forget what you have learned about me in the past. This is a new me. Moving forward from this my new age, I will attempt to go on something.
What's the worst thing a woman has done on the first date? Anybody have an answer first? Because I got to think about this.
We'll do worst and best.
Just to uplift, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been on many bad dates.
Sheesh. Jeez, this is tough. What's the best thing a woman has done?
Did you want to go with best first? Because it looks like.
You have one? It seems like you have one.
Oh, best. She fed me.
What do you mean she fed you?
Like
Yeah. There's different layers of fed.
Did she cook and invite you?
Or did you eat after eating?
Exactly.
No, she like the food.
That's the kind of dessert you want.
Oh wow, the conversation was going so well.
No, she fed me now. Am I not
That's
worth
the best
feeding?
thing.
No. Like,
Do I look like I'm not worth feeding?
No, Abba. Now,
You see how easy it is to impress guys.
your accent is top 5.
Dead or alive?
But anyway, like for me, right? Like the phrase "first dates," right?
Yeah.
It means something different for me,
Uh-huh.
right? So a lot of the women that I've been interested in,
Yeah.
I don't think I've officially asked them on a first date. I think what I do is if I meet you today, we vibe very well. I'll probably hit you up tomorrow like, yo, let's go get ice cream or something. Like it's an unofficial invite, right?
Yeah.
So is that the first date or or is the official invitation the first date?
No, me official. I do official invitations. I don't because I don't like the whole ambiguity. Before you ask me what are we,
Wait,
bro, we are human.
you go on a date before you ask what are we. So
Yes, now.
it starts from the unofficial.
No,
Because that's where you
no.
start knowing yourself.
All I'm saying is that I clarify everything. I clarify
Okay, so
everything.
so for you the first date
First date, I'll tell you,
is the one that you officially ask, even if you have gone out 20 times before that one.
20 times, guy.
No, he said he clarifies everything.
no, wait, now,
So
no,
he's not
because-
doing 20 before he said he
okay,
clarifies
Don't mind
everything.
this guy.
Yeah.
This guy will be
So
asking
he's
ice
not
cream.
doing 20.
You want to go ice cream? You want to go to roller coaster?
Yeah. So he all gonna do that.
After 5 months of doing unofficials, she'll ask you what are we? All you guys to say?
We just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go.
Damn. I'm hearing you guys, but I'm still trying to think of like my.
Man, I don't think I remember worst thing or best thing.
Now, wow, which kind of dates you guys are going on, bro?
Not a lot.
Good dates is what it is.
Good. If it's good, bring out something that's best, bro. For me, if you rub my head or feed me, you have my heart. That's it.
Worst thing a girl has done, or maybe I would say try to take me to a horror movie show in the theater.
Wow.
I don't think I would tell a girl to pick a movie when
Again.
I'm not sure. Let's gauge that top 3. Go there. I will not be the one be like, whoa. And you'll not be holding me or I will not be
Holding your waist, I mean.
I'll not be holding. If you're holding other things, maybe you won't consider. But if you are going to a movie to pretend to be scared, so I will now hold you. So now we'll go and watch choice. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay,
We'll
I
be holding my
don't know that this is a best worst. Okay, let me do the best. I'll do the worst and I'll do the best so I can end on a good note. I don't know if it's really a worst, but like I took this girl out one time and it started off with, so I heard you a player.
Wow.
Yay.
Sorry.
So I heard you a player.
You like this.
She came shooting, bro. She came with flame.
Like it's like she had done her research and she had like her questions ready
Yeah.
to go. Like we hadn't like barely gotten 5 minutes into the coffee. We hadn't even touched the bread. You know when they bring the bread, we hadn't touched the bread. It's like
The bread is there for ask the offer.
No, like what's serious about it? But
The bread is still hot.
because you know how Nigerian girls say, I don't want madam to beat me. Oh, that's their version
Like
of
a
asking
segue.
if you have a girlfriend.
yeah, but I heard you a player. What's the joke there?
Yeah.
No, like maybe she just wanted to
Maybe
break the
they
ice.
say,
I said,
I
I had a player.
Did she touch your arm? Did she,
When she said
You
that.
know,
did she slap you small?
no,
Did she rub
We
your
had-
baby?
we had-
Yeah, like
we had it uncomfortable. We
was
we're
direct.
just sitting down and like,
How was her
just-
face?
you know how you're adjusting your jacket.
One-
How was her face? Was it strong?
She didn't even look me. She didn't give me direct eye contact. That's what I remember now.
Just passing
God
comments.
damn.
That kind, she just taking away. So I heard you a player. So tell me,
Jehovah.
tell me about
Oh,
that.
boy.
So
What did you tell her?
I play ball.
I wasn't that quick. No, we got into a conversation about. I explained my situation that like the business seems like I'm a player, but I'm not. But
Mr. Dre. Sweet lines.
Are you a
God
player,
damn
though?
it. Sweet
See, the thing
lines.
I play for the winning team.
That's all there is, because if you actually want him to explain, this guy can sell ice to Alaskan. So like,
I don't think she was ready. Because a lot I see girls cannot flirt. That's one thing.
no, they can't.
Girls cannot flirt. They're bad at flirting.
No.
So
no.
when
I-
they're asking you certain questions, they're not
They're
expecting.
going to flame you.
They're going to flame
like,
you. Nah,
you like violence.
Nah, bro.
Bro, it's not my business.
Something is cutting.
For you?
Yeah. I don't want to keep going.
It's not my business, bro. Like,
Yeah, but like I feel like it depends on the girl, Sha, because that's why girls actually pick on when other girls are flirting with you, and they will tell guys, but guys will never agree that is true. Guys will never agree that is true.
So
But do you actually think girls can flirt? Like
They can flirt and they know.
no. I'm not saying everyone will. I'm just saying the majority of them cannot, because, bro, I've seen some winners, bro. The way they will talk to you, your pants were off before you even start the conversation.
bro.
Yes, now. Have you? Well, you
I
haven't.
think that's where you need to take me.
Yeah.
Shay, they say it's a game of numbers. I don't think I need numbers there. Take me there. Take me there.
Well, have you never had a girl chat you up and your engine is revving?
Majority,
I have.
Let's not go there.
This is a treadmill, bro. You're increasing the speed.
Like talent.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's
What?
crazy. That's crazy, man. Oh man. I guess I'm wearing shades, man, because I don't see these things.
I thought Toronto is full of.
You see, we live in Oshawa.
Do you know the funny thing about this Oshawa, right? So when this guy said, I said, where you guys? He said Oshawa. Me, I'm trying to be a nice person and not point out mistakes. I thought you misspelled Ottawa. I've been planning my trip to Ottawa. Am I going to drive? Am I going to take train? So he hit me up again. He said Oshawa twice now. I said, am I a bad person if I tell him he spelled it wrong?
Spelled it wrong.
You know what though? I appreciate your dedication for wanting to go all the way to Ottawa.
You consider
That's really what I was thinking about. I was like, wow.
yeah.
You really consider going to Ottawa too?
You didn't even say, oh, that's far. But let me see.
You didn't just turn down the invitation like, oh, I'm not coming to Ottawa.
Wow.
That's quite impressive.
Actually, if you say I'm not coming to Ottawa,
Then you cannot correct you.
I didn't want to be the first fool in this conversation. So I asked my friend, is Oshawa a real place? He said yes. It's not me to even check Google Maps. Osha, that's my story of the day.
anyways, let's not forget the conversation. So I did like what I consider my worst first like question or date experience, I guess. My best is it's a very funny one, man. I met this girl, and I'm not one to like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not one to like meet someone the first day and hook up with them the first day. I like to like play the patient game for a little bit.
Like, what is hookup? Okay,
I heard you're a player. Wow.
So I like to, play the long game. Let's see where it takes us. Let's get to know each other.
But do you actually have an issue with hooking up on the first date though?
No, I don't have an issue with it. It's just not me, right? And it's not like we hooked up or anything, but like, so we had such a great time, and I felt like the chemistry was really, really great. And I said to her, yo, man, like, I don't do this on the first date.
These lines.
You said that?
Yeah, but hold on. Like, I don't really do this on the first date, but I'd love to kiss you before the end of the night.
Shit. Oh boy. Chris
No,
Brown.
wait. No, but kissing on the first date is not bad now. That's not hookup.
But
Now.
that's not
Chris
But
Brown.
that's not just me, though.
You don't kiss on the first date?
No, bro.
Okay, I think you've woken up. You've sparked a memory that I wanted to forget. Nah, see,
Bro, the first date is about kissing.
No. It's called being to me. It's called being I call it being a gentleman.
Chivalry isn't dead.
Yeah,
Bro, it's just a kiss.
I know to you that's what it is, not to me though.
Wait. You can see the real player here.
No.
You can see the
You
real
know
player
what?
here.
You know what? Maybe for me, right? I don't think because I hear a lot of people's first date experiences, right?
Right.
Like about asking a lot of questions, and I feel like dates are about experiences.
Right.
Like, I don't think you should be asking me 99 questions, that might, it's just like, let's experience each other's energy.
Right. And we did expect, because we had a dinner and activity, because that's my go-to.
And then the questions can come after, right? So if the experience and the vibe take us there, why not?
Why hold back?
Why not, right?
Well, that's just me, man.
And
I guess
the point
also there's the point where like if you don't do it, you build it up. So when it does happen,
no, but wait.
Fireworks.
The point of the first date is to give the very lasting impression, right?
No. See, the thing is, because I told you I had similar experience, but I wouldn't say it exclusively because it wasn't a date between us. You understand?
Unofficial or official?
It wasn't an official. It wasn't a date. We went to the same club together, right? So we're just hanging afterwards. But like,
Did you decide to go there, or did you get there accidentally?
I decided.
No. Like both of you decided to.
No. I heard she was going.
Jesus.
That was when I now decided to go. I wasn't gonna go.
Oh, so she didn't know you were coming.
She knew.
Later on, like you told her, I'm coming there.
No. We had a middleman.
You know what? Continue with this story.
Anyway, so the reason
many
why
details.
I say, because the thing is, you are in that situation, but the problem is the girl. They don't want. Some people don't like when you ask them that question.
Oh,
Some people don't like it when you ask them that question.
Like, can I kiss you?
What question?
Yep.
They want
Can
you
I
to-
kiss you?
They want you to.
They want-
Yeah,
at that point,
it should just happen.
Yeah.
Like
At that point,
yeah.
at that point, right?
Again,
is that they're expecting it. Now it's like
No. People, bro, let's not get flamed. They're not
expecting
The choice of what?
She told me,
Yeah,
I asked her.
they're not expecting it, and you should not.
Oh boy.
You should not insinuate it, right?
No, you should not.
Right.
You know what? You should not think you are supposed to do it, right?
Right.
But if the energy gets there and you get positive reinforcement, you know, to go ahead, right?
Papa, give him.
I don't know why this guy is teaching my banana today. You're not giving my banana today. You know, if there's positive reinforcement to go ahead, right? Bailing out because I don't kiss on the first date is a red flag.
If she asks, if she says something about it,
like later on or that same night,
then there's no point for you to bail out. There's no reason for you. She says, if she says I think you should kiss me or something like that, there's no reason for you to bail out.
That's lovely.
If she said, that is the most reinforcement that you need.
Right? You've done your job well.
But how many women will actually tell you that?
No, but I don't know.
Yeah,
we're not gonna say everybody, but say we don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But no, like I said, in my case, and also it's like you know how if you don't understand the person's body language and you guys kiss or whatever, and it's the wrong kiss,
yeah, finished.
There's a conversation to be had if we're going to do this a second time.
I have a question actually. Because you know, I see these first date things as maybe the way I see it is very different, right?
Sorry, before you ask a question, do you think you're a good kisser?
Oh, I know I'm a good kisser, man.
So why should that be a problem?
It's not me. It's
you.
No.
I heard you're a player.
Now everything is adding up. Before we were thinking 1 + 1 = 5 is the wrong math.
maybe that's what she heard.
And then when you not ask, this way. That's where everybody go and stumble in the llama.
So this is my thing, right? If you know, like back in the day, like if I meet somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like if I meet a girl, you know what? I only have like one person that actually approached on the streets, but for the most part, I think most of the women that I know or that I've known, I met them in intimate gatherings, or you know,
right?
Like I met them in intimate gatherings or somewhere that is very organized, an organized space, right? I think there's only like maybe 1 or 2 girls that are actually chased, you know, like chased on the streets, like. You know, so
that sounds very dangerous.
Ace, baby girl.
You know,
baby girl, your body bad, dude.
And even those 2 babes, right? I made sure that I had to get a yes because the way I even approached them.
Yes for a date or yes for a kiss?
No, yes, no. Wait. I mean, yes for their number.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, yes for their number. Yeah, okay, you know, like. Because I think there are so many guys that just approach babes. Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah,
you know. So
you know what's funny? I'm thinking about like his first conversation, and if that girl listens, like, why are you talking about the time you are single?
Yeah,
you're married now.
shine the ring. Let them know.
I know, like
shine
the other people on the podcast were they married?
Why are you talking to single men about to see women? Why me?
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Man.
But yeah, man. So I think most of the women that I've met, we had a lasting impression the first time we met to even continue to go on the first dates, right? So that's why for me, even the first dates is we're not strangers, right? So we already kind of know each other in a way that we have lasting impressions on ourselves. So the confirmation is more like when as opposed to somebody just giving me, like I've never had somebody give me another babe's number that I've never seen before.
I think I understand what you mean. As in, like the person that you're choosing to go on a date, you already have the familiarity enough to pursue the kiss.
I like that.
Yes.
You know,
that's
so
the same with me. Like before I go on a date, because I think my worst fear on a date is to go on this date and not want to be there,
bro.
That's my worst fear.
You understand?
Yeah.
So even like blind, like when people just give people's numbers of people that they don't know, and they meet each other for the first time on that table,
I'm
like, how do you even carry yourself through this 60 minutes 90 minutes,
You know what?
Dinner.
I'm at a stage where like that's what I would prefer.
Blind
Oh
date.
yeah?
Yeah, meeting somebody I don't
Don't
know.
worry, mate. Go
Why?
there. They go judge you if you say no one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's
as,
crazy.
as long as my friends are setting me up with someone that
So they know you and they know what you want and know what would work.
kind of thing. Yeah. So there's just send me like a random stranger on the street.
Okay.
That's what I would prefer right now.
Yeah.
Because at a point in my life right now, like I feel like when people have this familiarity of you just based off like Googling or hearing your like the girl who met me, she had I was a player. And they're doing all those whatever research and they're coming up whatever. You're spending that 60 minutes conversation.
No, but don't you think that comes up when they are being told about you?
No,
as opposed to when you meet them.
I think he's saying like the familiarity comes from after you first meet, before you go on a date, the conversations and understanding how each other work.
Yes.
So you know when animals meet each other first, they're touching, they'll be analyzing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Before you ask on a date, do the analyzing.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
even still with the analyzing,
There's still the player aspect.
there's not even the player aspect. Just understanding like, okay, this guy must have money. This guy must be rich.
I get that a lot.
So like,
okay.
you're trying to pick a restaurant, you're choosing maybe McDonald's. Like, why are you choosing McDonald's?
Oh, I don't do that.
Do what?
You don't choose
I
McDonald's.
don't choose my.
Leave us now. Leave us.
Now wait. Now I only go
Just
to-
leave us.
I only-
First of all, I was making an example to start off with. I have to.
You
give
didn't have to-
But I have taken a girl to McDonald's.
I'm not saying that McDonald's. Like if I want to go to McDonald's, I'm going there.
Yeah.
I don't care what.
Yeah.
I go to places that I'm very very comfortable with. So if I'm going McDonald's, bubble
Like where
tea,
you went to
whatever.
last night.
Huh?
Like where you went to last night. You cannot hear me now.
What?
I beg, where did you go to last night?
It's like everything is just falling and rebounding there. And then, I'm like, eh, what?
The mic is.
So I answered my question. You guys haven't answered your question.
Oh, what was the question?
Your best and worst first date. Before I go into what the people said.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Plead the fifth. Okay. Doxa, what about you?
Yeah, my best date was yeah, I think it was the one where she fed me just because the energies were energying.
Worst.
Energies were energy. Worst. Worst. I don't. I think it's the whole assumptions thing. So the conversation wasn't flowing because she already had a perception of me. So
Yeah.
I was just sitting there angry.
Hey, because you gotta pay for the meal too.
Yeah. I'm saying any question I ask, she's replying based on something else. I'm like,
They've watched your podcast. They've studied you.
bro, this was even pre.
I've seen your viral clips.
That's what you think about
what you
women.
think about us?
do you know, I've had a few girls move to me through the clip. They'll come with vex, and then the conversation just ends very.
So you are the player then.
Eh?
They should have asked you that question.
I like how he's selectively deaf and dumb.
That they always come in handy. It's like we have to put a sound. This is like
Oh man.
Michael, I know you're married, so you don't have to. You can give me with like the best date you've had with your wife, or and the funniest one.
Oh no! I'm not going to be cliche and tell you, oh, my wife has many first. No, I'm going to tell you the actual best first date I've had. Yeah, it's actually not my wife. Don't worry. It's
You want to go there?
yeah, I would. No, I would go there. It's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
You say, I think.
my
Well,
wife,
you're not
my
even
wife's
sure.
first date was very fantastic too. It's just there's another one I'm thinking about that was no,
That was
it doesn't. No, wait.
Classical.
That was just that particular experience.
Okay.
The woman most definitely is not even anywhere
Yeah, your wife.
close.
At all.
Give me my
These are not Your machine not
But yeah, I think my best first date, again, just similar to what I was saying before. Like, I met this girl at the house party. The house party ended at about 11 o'clock because the party room was done. So we had to leave at 11 o'clock. From there, we went to a restaurant. We were at the restaurant till like 1, I think. And then from there, we just didn't want to leave each other. And then we went bowling. The bowling ended
What time?
at like 2 a.m. The bowling place closed at 3 a.m.
Wow.
And then we left at 3 a.m. and then I went to drop her off at home and we were just gisting in the car. I think we were in the car till like 4:30.
I like this one.
Yeah, and then and that's the very first time I met her. So I would consider that the first day. Like just similar to what I was saying. Like it wasn't an official invitation. It was just that was the first outing we went to after meeting each other.
Yeah.
So that's like
I think with the whole thing, like I think now women like clarity on like this is the first date, second date kind of thing because you know that it comes from the whole thing where like you were talking to somebody for months and then one day you wake up and they say this is my girlfriend.
Oh, boy.
And then they feel like they were never actually
yeah.
they were never officially. It's been a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So now girls are like, yo,
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
asking me? Are you not like? Are you asking me? Like, you know, so let's get this clear. Let's not.
But consent is sexy, you know. Consent.
no content is actually
It's sexy, but then
it is.
Yeah. See that kiss one, eh?
It depends how you phrase it. Because I think
True, that's the
the
thing.
can I
It's how
kiss you? It was. I'm not too sure about that phrase, but
Are you guys talking about
depends
because
how
I
you
don't say can I kiss you? I
I
said
don't know.
I
You say
said
from the looks of where things are going now.
no.
I don't usually do this on the
I
first
don't
day.
do this on the first day.
The guy put disclaimer.
on the first day.
I'm feeling some chemistry.
Yo, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I heard you a player.
Fuck you, bro.
But H plus O plus another H equals to water.
Oh shit. Okay, let me read some.
I think my worst one. I think I remember my worst one now. I think my worst one again. Just back to what I was saying earlier about like this. I think this girl is the only girl that I've collected a number from her friend. She said, "Oh, my friend is a nice girl. You really like her." Blah blah blah. Give me a number. Right. Went to the movies. Went to the movies. To be honest, even like the energy was different. It wasn't. Like I could tell she was holding back a lot, right? She was holding back and waiting for me to impress her, right? And I hate being in that space. I want us to be mutually carrying this whole date along.
Yes.
Right? Like as opposed to me trying to break you, you know, I'm hammering until I eventually break. Okay. You know,
Go find the diamond within that inside the rough.
you understand? Diamond within inside rough.
Should I only be the labels?
Let's both bring diamonds.
Let's both bring axe. Mo each find that diamond.
Yeah, for inside our rough.
Inside our rough. What's better than one diamond?
Yeah, but like I left. I think we both left that date knowing we will never talk to each other again, and we never spoke to each other again. Like there was no text. There was no. I think we just ghosted each other and just moved on.
Naturally.
Yeah. Nah, that's tough.
What's crazy was fuck. Off air.
Off air? No.
No.
This
one has to be on air.
Just talking. So that means this same person there's a follow up. I mean, the one way you say,
Is
I
it the
don't
can I
usually
kiss
do
you
this
yet?
on the first day.
No. The player won. We ended up dating actually after that.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah, we dated after that.
okay.
I feel like
Maybe that was maybe that was a pickup line.
that was a pickup line.
That was a pickup line. That was a pickup line.
Girls cannot flex now.
Yeah.
That was a pickup line.
It caught me off guard.
Yeah.
When I heard I was pissed, though. I was pissed inside. You know,
Oh, yeah?
I didn't show it on my face. I was like, what kind of like how would you start over? You never asked about how's my day?
Yeah.
How was it right here? You know,
That was a pickup line. That was a pickup line.
Yeah.
100%.
I know the funny thing is she might not have heard it from anybody. Maybe
She actually
did hear it. Okay.
Because after obviously when you start you're like so wait like how did you hear it? Then you find out.
Do you know, me and the boys on the pod, we were talking about this before. A lot of the things that girls say that is bad on you is what they're here for. So if they're telling you that I heard you're a player, she's telling you, guy,
I like it.
I'm here.
I like that aspect of you.
Take me as I am.
Is that like good guys? The one good guys that are rough around the edges.
Slaughter me.
But no, so I'm gonna read a couple of responses and then we'll go from there. So this person said, went to Walmart to get candy for the movies, but she starts acting like a contestant on supermarket sweep and filling up a cart and wanted me to pay for them. I told her no. Give her 10 minutes to figure it out. She never did, so I bounced.
Sharp guy.
She could still be at the store.
Very sharp.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no.
Wait. So the both went grocery shopping.
Yeah, for the movies to buy candy.
Oh, in the movies. Okay.
And then she started doing extracurriculars.
So before they went to the movies,
Before they went to the movies, they went to buy candy to take to the movies.
Yeah. First of all, that's already illegal.
First of all, that's already illegal. Yeah, I'm like, yo, first of all, maybe that's why it didn't work, because you guys were already on your first date. You are endangering in illegal activities.
Yeah.
Someone said steal my phone after the nightcap.
Ew.
God damn,
That's tough.
that's tough. Maybe she needed a keepsake.
To remember you.
You know how like girls leave their stuff in your car, and then they will not make you call them to say, oh, you left your earring here. Can I drop it tomorrow?
But how am I meant to call her? She took my phone.
I see what you do there.
I should know fist your heart.
Maybe you're supposed to email her.
I should know fist your heart. One thing must collect.
This one says, jumped out the bushes in her driveway, dressed in knee-high boots and a pirate bandana, a 12-pack in her hand, yelling, "You must be my blind date."
No clothes. Just
The high heel.
just bandana and high heel.
I guess. Maybe she actually wore clothes, but he was very specific
Yeah.
about the boots.
Sha, I don't think it's the
With the
boots
12
that-
pack. Waiting be the 12 pack.
Like a 12-pack of...
See, the only thing that's worrying me is the bandana. Forget
Forget the boots.
They should blood on cribs.
And that on her hair after the bandana is not wig. It's not her hair. It's a wig.
This one's crazy,
That
man.
could fly. It's not glued down.
This one was crazy. She was adamant on going to a specific restaurant on a certain day, so I took her to Olive Garden on a Thursday night. Our waiter was her husband, who was currently cheating on her with one of his co-workers.
mess up.
Enormous.
My guy said, I just sat and ate my bread and salad while the two of them were fighting.
Hi. Oh boy. She took you
boy.
a second witness. Mad.
Shit. Told me she was a hooper, so like a basketball player, and proceeded to do a full ass routine. Yo,
Like on or off the court.
Why they on the date?
Oh, what do you want to do? That could be embarrassing, though.
That's crazy.
Can be embarrassing. I don't know. I can't hear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's very dumb, Mario.
She literally asked what was their most expensive drink. The waiter met my eyes and the broke code kicked in. He just kept saying everything was out of stock.
My guy. It's like
Banana.
it's like that guy just look out, bro. Nah, bro, that guy. Yeah.
That's a real OG.
What?
And then someone replied to the guy's comment, I guess she's from Nigeria. Mess up. Forgot my whole name and referred to me as Lil Dude. The whole
As
thing.
a little dude.
I'm so sorry.
Mezzo.
God damn.
I'm so sorry.
You
Better make call me a Bobby.
Not Kwame.
Oh, not Coffee. Bro. Little dude. Nah, bro, that's tough.
But that's even kind of like what I was saying about first dates shouldn't be about some kind of competition on the guy to like prove, you know, like how can you go somewhere and say, oh, what's your most expensive drink? Like, what is the objective of that?
Objective of
Are you
that
trying to
question.
test his financial ability?
Bro, you're there for a free meal. You're there for a free meal. You're not coming back. You already know it's going to be like the date is ruined. Once you go for that.
No,
like,
but why would you say just choose?
Yeah,
What happened to your eyes?
like look at the drink and look for the one you're actually like, and if it's expensive, fine.
There's off the menu items. You never heard of that? That's
Why
what
would you?
Yeah, but
when
yeah.
they should not give you menu.
If there's off the menu,
it's courtesy to give you the menu.
I love courtesy. Let's stick with courtesy. If without courtesy, everything is dead in this world. Let's keep courtesy.
if there's off the menu items, right?
Yeah.
And there's a specific item you're looking for, like me for instance. Okay, I like most of the time when I go to restaurants, bro, I just tell them, oh, give me a Long Island. Not all restaurants serve Long Island like bites, like in that name. They will just tell you, oh, you know what? Yeah, we can make something like that for you. It's like it's not on the menu, and then they just charge me for it, right? It should be something more of Or do you have some kind of?
And that's what I'm telling you. She had an agenda.
No, but
she's-
our premise for that agenda is funds.
She's looking
yes.
for
Yeah.
she's looking for Azul, bro.
Yeah.
She's looking for Azul, bro.
She want to make sure saying wherever you guys go, you're splurging.
Yeah.
You're not paying the bills, you're splurging. There's a difference.
Impress
People,
me,
they
impress
splurge.
me.
Yeah, impress me. Yeah.
No. I'm only impressing myself, man. You're asking.
This one says, me and this chick go out to a Latino club, get hammered. Homegirl looks like she's about to throw up. So I pull over and homegirl takes a full-on shit
Oh,
on the side of the road.
By the side of the road.
Wait.
I closed my door and I drove off. But this is the most
He left her there.
this is the most gentleman thing. He ordered her an Uber.
I mean, yeah. It's like if you're going to come back to my car with that unclean ass, it better be another man's car.
Hey.
That's tough,
You actually
bro.
pull up by the side, they take dump. Like, I mean, when nature calls, it calls, but
There's no calling, bro. You can't call Obama right now, bro. What?
shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's tough.
But that's tough. Don't worry, very soon. You see where one guy talks, say some babies will be talking and your pants will be dropping. Take me there. So that when we're having this
No, I
kind of
mean, I
conversation,
can't really take you there, game. Because if I
Oh,
take
you
you
cannot
there,
take me there,
then they will
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
They will ask me, what am I going to
Man,
look for
Why
there?
you
You know,
okay, recommend.
As a married man,
recommend-
taking a single man.
there.
you know, recommend me.
You know,
So I will not be.
you yourself, you took me somewhere. I'm already in flames for that. I will not take you somewhere. You know,
Now I know where to be taking you. And whenever I take you there, don't answer calls after the fact. Don't answer any. No, go and call anybody.
I just go straight home and
Go
sleep.
straight home. Kiss Olalade good night, and
And
wake
sleep.
up the next day, drink your coffee, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yo, nah, bruh.
There's some things that girls say that just it makes me shudder. You know? And they'll tell you your lips are beautiful. You melt now.
Straight up.
So this is this is actually from Toronto. So shit. What is it? Whoa, where do I start from? Okay. Once after my date told me he usually writes off his fuck. Let me try and find the jump. I'm not reading this whole thing. Fuck. Okay, let's skip that one. Sorry guys, give me a second. I'm trying to get the short end of the gist here. I'm not trying to read this.
Oh,
whole
it's
thing.
long.
It's one of those long ones, man.
You must be going through something.
Okay. The guy I was out with was really happy we could get together, even though I wasn't physically his type. He wanted something less model-like, so try in bed. So this is crazy thing guys have done.
Wow.
I went to the washroom, ordered mozzarella sticks to go, and a round of beers for the nearest table to the bar. Put it on his bill. Then I left.
What?
But
This guy's from Toronto.
how did she know that she's not the type of that the guy
I'm
wants?
sure the guy told her.
That's even crazier to actually tell somebody that.
What?
That's insane. That's insane.
Yep.
That's woof.
Oh.
Like if you know what, let's not talk about it.
Has a babe ever told you something that makes you want to leave immediately? Apart from I heard you're a player.
No, not me.
The guy didn't want to leave immediately. He stayed.
Take me as I am.
I had to defend myself. Explain my situation. Nah, never. I guess I'm lucky in that situation if that's the thing that really happens. I'm sure that's happened to you for you to think about it.
Which one is that? No. No, I'm just, that's a general question. No, like as you said, like a lot of my like if I put myself in a scenario, I try to make it as controlled as I can. So before I say, let me take you out, I would either know how you are based on other people, or I would know based on our conversation if you have sense.
But isn't that like that's what I'm saying? I'm against the whole like learning from people about you now, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's just go. Like whatever happens, and that's why if I'm going to control anything, I'd like to control like where we go. So I'm not like if it's a bad thing, I'm not spending a ton of money on that conversation or that date.
Yeah,
you know.
That's why I go any places that I want to go. So then at least if everything messes up, at least I had fun. That's it.
Yeah. Let's talk about you real quick before we get out of here. So you moved from the UK because you have a British accent.
Yeah.
How long ago?
So I've been here 5 years.
You've been here for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
What made you leave the UK to come here and then?
How long were you in the UK for? Like, were you born there?
No. I moved there. Well, I went the first time we started to go back and forth. There was, I was like 2, and then I moved there properly when I was like around 6, 7. Yeah. And then I've been there for like 10 plus years essentially.
So you saw how like successful podcasting is in the UK.
Well, I see it now because podcasting wasn't successful until like the past 3 years. Yeah, actually. Ish.
Okay.
And then like that's how I know now.
After Clubhouse.
Yeah, cause that's how I know now why like that this is a thing. Cause
in the UK.
This is the funny thing, like, bro. When I see even this pod, bro, it's a thing. The only thing is just for them, as you, like when we were talking earlier, you said there's no blueprint. Yeah. They've pretty much given a blueprint because for them, it's not like America, guy. You can do anything and you blew.
When you say America, be specific, Canada.
America, you can do anything and you blew.
So US.
US.
Yeah, I would say Canada if I mean Canada. Because me, I've had my minimum viral moments with the Americans.
Yeah.
They don't like me. They don't like me. So like, America, you can do anything you blew. But UK is again reserved. You have to literally find your way. And with them, I've seen from the ones that I follow, because I don't really listen to podcasts that much. It's just like the ones I was introduced to.
Yeah.
Took a great I took a liking to. So then just watching them how they've maneuvered,
right? They've
pretty much set a blueprint because now you're seeing other podcasts there use that blueprint and it works. And it's not a blueprint that can only work in the UK. So that's why for me, I've been a talkative person since I was young. Like when I started doing like public speaking at the age of like 5, just like either to my dad's friends, and then it built to like actual stages where I'm talking and reading speeches and stuff like that. So I've always been a talker. I've just never known how to make it a career until I've now seen podcasting is a thing, right? And the thing with podcasting, you have to be honestly yourself. Otherwise, it will work for let's say 5 years, and then after maybe 5 years, people either clock that you're useless because there are people that are themselves and they're terrible people. They're still doing well because they're themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're being very honest.
Yeah, I'm not saying
being yourself is something you can sustain.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So being genuine doesn't mean it's good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Look at Fresh and Fit podcast. That's a terrible podcast. But they're making money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because they're themselves, right?
Yeah.
So when I see that the unfortunate incidents that I'm in Canada, I'm now like, it's not about the location, it's about what I do with myself. And if I can see a blueprint, let me follow that blueprint. And part of that blueprint is, in order for podcasting to be a thing, right, there needs to be a competition. And in order for there to be a competition, there needs to be a community. And in order for there to be a community, we all have to kind of engage. So
just to add, like, healthy competition.
Healthy competition, right?
Yeah.
So that's like, for example, if I'm seeing, let's say you guys are doing shows, I'm like, oh, why don't we do a show? And then you guys see that we're also doing shows, and you're like, oh, we want to do more shows. That healthy competition, we're now doing more shows. Guess what? We're making more content. We're giving something different for other people to come out. And then it's thinking from that creator standpoint rather than thinking like the whole gatekeeping thing. Bro, my life has been full of like gatekeepers, bro. I've realized I don't really care. I have to make my own path right now. And that's the thing that I see with a lot of people. Like you guys, when I see your stuff, I'm like, it's like this is this is the kind of people that need to be around. Because, guy, if I'm like, I don't like gatekeepers because I'm guessing most people don't like gatekeepers, right? But one thing that I was drawn to here is again the genuineness of the way you guys carry yourselves and also the way you guys carry the podcast as well, right? So for me, podcast can be a thing, right? And also, bro, Nigeria's on the world right now, on top of the world right now. Why not put everything we're doing right now? Why not push it as hard as we can?
Yeah,
you know, why not push it as hard as we can? So
you're right. Yeah, man. Guess you're wearing that. He's a podcaster. The Black and the Berry Pod. You've got 2 other co-hosts on there.
Yeah. Shori, he's Nigerian. Keyshawn Isaac, he's Trinidadian.
Nice.
Troublemaker.
Well, shout out to the whole gang. Do you think you're a sex symbol? Do you think you're a sex symbol?
How did you get here?
No,
sex symbol.
Yeah, you think you're a sex symbol because when you post on Instagram,
bro,
you just wake up, you just choose violence on a daily.
Like,
no, I don't.
the confidence,
bro. He's
on
different.
another level.
He's on another level. Like. You know, like I'm sure I don't know if you have a photographer, but I guess your stand is just take pictures.
Just go spin on chairs, spin. I'm like, this guy.
Like, where'd
no,
you get the confidence from?
That is very, very recently found. I'll be very honest. I would probably say in the last 2 years is when I found my confidence. And that came from a lot of sad moments. So it was the pandemic. So just before the pandemic hit, there was a lot of things going on, right? I don't remember. I think you remember. So it was like, so there was the Black Lives Movement. There was that dark period. Then all of a sudden on social media, there was also like that Me Too movement as well. And for me, I'm an empath, so like all these things are weighing down on me. On top of that, then my uncle died. God,
not only you at that point.
Like, so for me, I'm feeling so much, and then I was so low at one point, and like all my life, I've always either been. So I grew up in I've always, in terms of school, white privilege. That's what I've been surrounded by. So imagine being a black boy in white privilege. It's not like black is sexy. It's like black is strange. So I've always been the strange short guy, right? I've always been not the popular cake. But after a while, I realized, based on the way my parents raised me up, it's not about who you're like everything. It's not about like what you have, your characteristics or traits or anything. It's about who you actually are.
Yeah.
And for them, when I look at them, there's no ounce of doubt in anything they do, right? So when I clocked that confidence is what carries you through everything. I've seen my dad go into rooms where like he would just go in there and the whole room is silent. I'm like, wow, which juice is this guy drinking? Like, how does he command so much from so many people? Obviously that's built over time, but I've always been drawn towards that. So like after the pandemic hit, and I took a lot of like time to self-reflect. I talked to my cousins. They're doing very, very well in life in general, but I've seen them come from nothing. So for me, it's just seeing is believing. So when I'm seeing them do all these things, I'm like, you know what, bro, it's all about what you want to do. It's not about the circumstance you put in. So I can't be down in the dumps just because everything's happening. So I started reading books. I started looking at myself in the mirror and finding, what do I like about myself in terms of like mentally, emotionally, and then even physically as well. What do I like about myself? And then, because, again, being black in white privilege, no one's looking for you now. They're looking for Jack and Tony. Right?
I mean, your name is Doxa, so Jack, Tony, Doxa.
I guess. That's what I'm saying. I had to grow into that I am myself.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, I realized all these things. Firstly, I look very different. I talk very different. I've like everything about me is very different. I need to now, instead of being different, I need to be unique.
Yeah.
And because of that, I started falling in love with myself. So the main thing is actual love that makes me feel so confident, because I realized that, and this is what a lot of the problems we have is because there's no love. I started to love myself a bit more. I started to understand what love is. I started to read a lot about love, even from all the way from like getting a bit more involved in my faith to reading like actual eroticas, like the whole span of love. I spent most of the pandemic reading and understanding that, and then I just from there was a lot of self-love, and also there was a lot of like admiration for what God makes. So that's why like anyone that I meet, I'll show love first. Guy, girl, older, younger, I'll show love first, and then from there I see your reaction. If your reaction is negative, I know that's your problem, because there's no way you can rebuttal love with hate. It doesn't work. Right. So when I started to do that, I could start to see my surroundings change a lot more. And yeah, the main thing is love. Start to love myself, love my surroundings, and just start to see beauty in a lot of things. I went for a lot of drugs. Funny enough, this is very far from my normal. I'm a boisterous guy. I don't do all the small readings talking about love. But then I start to grow into that. Start to look at nature. Sometimes I was just gonna sit down in a very quiet park and just look at plants, and I'm like,
meditate.
When did I become like this? But then when I start to see the beauty in nature, it's now like I looked up and I'm now seeing the beauty in everything. Right? And because of that, then it starts to portray, like, especially with my social media, I never like taking pictures. It was my friend, she's pretty much almost like the same as me. She didn't like taking pictures, but one day we just said, let's go take some pictures. From there, Instagram has been a thing. We just start taking pictures, start to talk to each other, confidence, love, understanding. She has a problem with guys, she'll talk to me. I have a problem with girls, I'll talk to her. And just understanding the different dynamics and stuff like that. And then, yeah, with Instagram, I want to make you smile. Anyone. And also show guys it's okay to be emotional and vulnerable and still be a masculine, sexy guy. Because sexiness is about yourself. Right? There's so many things I like about myself. I can list them, but I don't want to be too egotistical right now. So
you've been egotistical from like 5 minutes ago.
I'm gonna lie, this your story long, bro. This your story long.
Like 5 minutes ago,
bro. I have a question for you though.
Yeah. Please let it not incur another.
No.
This guy know they finish.
I'll keep things short.
So my question for you is, you possess a characteristic that is not a guy's stereotype.
Yeah.
Which is
no, continue in my head.
Which is paying attention to details. From what I see, your hair, what you wear, just different things, right?
Number one.
Is it do you find yourself that you have a lot of problems with that when you like meet people? Like, are people estranged that you are like that? Like, do they think you are some kind of one out of nothing kind of thing?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Okay, how do you feel about that? And also, do you believe that stereotype that guys are not that's
that way inclined?
That's that detail, that they don't take care of themselves like that. They are not that detail oriented. They are not that
Yeah, I believe the stereotype because it exists in most guys. And also it's the common problem that the reason why we're having so much like disconnect between male and female is because like I read this book, The Way of a Superior Man.
Wait, so you believe the stereotype that guys are not that detailed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of what our quote unquote roles are.
Did you go to a single sex school? Or did you go to a mixed sex school?
Mixed.
Okay.
Mixed. So
I went to a single sex school, so I think I have a different opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that this is like something that is generic to every or most guys. I'm just saying that is a stereotype that exists. Okay. So I believe the stereotype. It's just like saying black people like watermelons. I'm not like I don't go and hunt for watermelon, but I believe that black people do like stereotypes. Same with there are also white people that like watermelon. Sorry, do you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I like watermelon because it's watermelon. I don't think I like watermelon because I'm black.
Exactly. So I believe the stereotype that there are a lot of guys more so than girls that don't pay attention to detail just because our nature is to do things a lot different. So most girls will be a bit more artsy, a bit more creative, a bit more like growth wise. For us, is a lot more labor, a lot more like hard. Everything we need to see.
That's true,
right?
Yeah.
So I believe the stereotype exists.
Okay.
Now that book, The Way of a Superior Man, taught me that we're more than just our flesh. Even now, going back to my faith as well, we're more than just our flesh. We're spiritual beings as well as we have energies. We are built to have masculine and feminine energy. So for me, a lot of the things that I was struggling with before was because I didn't access my feminine energy. And it's a strange concept to understand at first because I'm just like, well, how am I doing feminine? I'm a guy. But then once you find that feminine energy, you're now whole. And that's the most attractive you can be. You get what I'm saying? So when people tell me I'm unique, yeah, I'm the only Doxa in this world. I'm the only one that looks like me in this world. I'm the only one that should act like me in this world. So when people say that, now I see it as a positive. I say, okay, cool, I'm doing my job right. If you tell me I look like someone else, or you tell me, or you remind me of someone else.
You're trying to copy this guy.
Yeah, it almost feels like copying. Now I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy that I'm one of one. And also, the way I am, I try and put out positivity as much as possible. So if you're to tell me that you've not seen someone do what I'm doing before, then I know that, okay, cool. You haven't seen this much positivity before. So take it. That's pretty much my view on that. Yeah.
I'm the only Kwasi that's named Namdi that lives in Canada. One-on-one.
That's quite unique.
One-on-one.
Guy over unique.
One-on-one.
I'm the only person.
Take that to the bank, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the only person that barely answers any relationship question.
That's quite
That's
unique.
quite unique. I'm the only married man I went to the club. That's quite unique.
Nah, man. You know, we've had a conversation behind the scenes, and I appreciate you for coming out and just kicking it with us. I know it's one of those things where we as creatives, we do this thing. It's like, you got to link up, and then when we now see this guy Dozier from Winnipeg.
God,
Every time he's here, he's like, who messaged me before he gets on the plane? Like, how far? I'm like, let's think. I'm like, I'll give you my schedule. Nothing. And I understand he's busy, but we as creatives do this thing. We want to link up, and then for some reason, it falls out the back of.
See, Dozier, we live in the same city. I have to enter his house before I see him. That guy, oh, bro, I haven't seen you in time.
Yeah.
Me, I have to go to his house.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. But man, shout out to you, the whole pod and everything that you guys are doing.
Thanks, man.
It's always love, man. And obviously, like, when we come out there, we want to definitely kick it. It's crazy, both of you were from the same. Well, you moved here finally.
No, I was here before I went to Winnipeg. Man.
Oh, true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
I started off in Toronto.
So then moved to Winnipeg.
And then I ran away to Winnipeg.
You're pagan. So coming to Canada, initially, what's like the biggest thing in terms of food that you've that has like
Poutine.
Actually, just in addition to the question that I just asked, I just realized, like, what citizenship do you have?
What citizenship?
Yeah.
I'm Nigerian. I didn't get my British passport before I left.
Oh, okay.
Those people, they are strict on that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. British like
60 plus
citizenship
years.
is hard to get. And also because I was a dependent, I didn't go there like on my own.
Oh.
So I couldn't, whatever my mom decided she wanted to do, I had to follow.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if you are dependent, it will be even slightly bit easier if you are born there.
Yeah.
But it still takes almost a decade plus
It's still
before
hard,
you
yeah.
still get it, even though you're born there. But if you're not, it's a lot.
yeah. The reason why I'm actually asking is because I actually want to meet someone who's from a quote unquote better place
I get
that came to Canada. I want to because
Onyi.
the motivation for us is different.
I know what you mean.
Onyi is British, no?
Eh,
She
eh?
has the British. She has
Who?
Onyi.
Onyi.
I beg you.
S-rings.
I beg you. Leave
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
I get what
Oh,
you
yes,
It's a
yes,
British-
she's a British. Yeah.
I beg
See the
you.
British-
Yeah. She
I
is.
beg
Nah,
you. I beg how British.
But she does have it.
She is?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah,
is.
God damn.
No, it was my parents' decision. I was meant to go to I was meant to go to Atlanta actually, but I said, bro, there's too much happening.
They saved you.
Goes.
They saved you a great deal.
I said myself. I said no.
Oh, you are the one that said no.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah,
You have spiritual discernment.
so yours is poutine.
Poutine shocked me.
Yeah. And
Shocked
what's the way
me.
you've enjoyed the most so far?
Well, I enjoyed the most. That's
In terms of
Canadian.
or restaurants that you that there's not it's not in the UK that you've like enjoyed really here.
What would it be? That's like Canadian.
Well, not necessarily Canadian, but it's not the UK.
Just something that you discovered here.
I don't know. I think I hadn't had like bubble tea before I came here. That was a nice experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that would be what we would say if we came from Nigeria. Never. I feel say that bubble tea good in Nigeria at this point.
No, bubble tea 100%.
But did you have it there before coming here?
No, actually, no.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it's there right now.
But you're sure it's there now, yeah.
We like to import
Yeah.
anything.
Bubble tea is not a thing in
UK.
from my surroundings. It's not a thing back then.
It's crazy because like when
Are
I
you
was
Peckham?
No. Unfortunately, I'm far from it.
Yeah.
Like people look at me and think I come from like the streets. No, I come from essentially the palace.
So that's fortunately, no, not unfortunately.
No, I don't like the stereotype that comes with like the privilege and all of that because I don't. It doesn't apply to me. Yeah, it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah. No, because I came across this article and apparently like this woman moved from the UK. I don't know where from, but A&W is her number one. A&W. It's crazy how like we don't rate and I mean I do A&W is like my shit. But a lot of
Nah,
people
they are
don't
too
rate
unnecessarily expensive for me, man. I don't read them. Like they taking unnecessary money,
that
bro.
Buddy Burger is dope. It's elite, bro. But anyways, there to round it up, what are your top 3 meals, dead or alive, in a wedding?
Oh, is it for us?
Yeah.
Oh, meals they dead.
Oh.
Meals.
No, like just it's how they say top
Okay,
5.
that's how they say.
Okay.
Okay.
The dead or alive, it actually threw me off.
I know.
Even me say,
I'm
my
like,
guys
are we
ask.
talking about food?
I'm like, are you summoning the dead to come and,
Yeah, to come and start
to come and
pushing
reply
the
the comments?
Who is doing the buffet? At the wedding.
Jollof. See, jollof.
At the wedding, jollof is
Jollof.
undefeated.
Oh, see, bro. If you don't have jollof at your wedding, bro, why did you invite me? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So jollof,
Meat pie.
meat pie. So
At the wedding?
so
Meat
give
pie
me
at a wedding?
At the
so
wedding?
give me your top
Meat
3. So
pie?
top 3.
Yeah.
Jollof, meat pie, and what?
I'll probably say okra soup and stew.
At a wedding?
Yes, now.
With which swallow?
Oh boy, this guy
Yes,
is
now.
With which swallow are you eating the?
Well, just Gary.
Just Gary.
Yeah, Gary. No, pounded yam at
Pounded.
wedding. Gary at home.
Oh,
Yeah, pounded yam at wedding.
All right.
Oh boy.
Michael, how about your top 3?
Top 3 meals to eat at a wedding. Jollof rice most definitely is there.
Mm.
You know what? Rice, chicken,
Rice meals.
and salad. That's there.
Is that the one meal?
No, of course, yeah, that's one meal.
If it's not that combo, it's not complete.
It's not complete. Yeah. Plantain self gas day.
Yeah, you're
Those-
pushing it.
all those rice. No. You know, so that's. I think that's really the only thing I really eat at weddings.
Yeah.
Of course, the other stuff, giz dodo, suya.
Like you're listening, I said, give me yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
mine. Okay,
So you have 2 more. You've given us
Okay,
the rice
okay.
combo.
the rice combo. Okay, the small chops combo.
This guy's a criminal.
The small chops combo. The buns.
Serial scammer.
You know the puff puff.
Yeah.
The suya stick.
Yeah.
And what can be there? Maybe one fried chicken on the side.
This is the small chops combo.
This is the small chops combo.
Okay.
Wow.
Then maybe pepper soup. You know, I think I always appreciate when I have pepper soup at weddings.
I hate when they do
Yeah, yeah.
bread soup because it's always mostly goat meat for me. So goat meat that they do, so I hate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My worst. I hate having soup. Anything soup at weddings.
Yeah.
I just feel like because it's so mass produced, the soup is always terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like soup and those swallow combos. It's just nicer when it's limited quantity.
Yeah, I get.
You know, if it's like massive, bro. They want big ass bowl of, you know, it doesn't taste as good. Now that you said meat pie.
You said small chops.
Small chops.
Yeah, it's in the small chops combo.
Even that's done.
Meat pie is in the small chops combo.
Rice combo, small chops like suya, balls, and whatever, and then pepper soup.
Well, yeah, the rice is especially jollof rice. I like the peppered meats. You like that peppered beef,
But you
especially.
don't eat spice though.
The toothpick.
No, the way they make stewed, like
Okay.
the way that is in the red, it's not just about the spiciness, right?
Yeah.
It's about like the redness and how they make it,
yeah.
but separate on its own. So I can take beef, fish, and that, right? Hey, Ella is misbehaving.
Like surfing.
Yeah. And then I also, unlike him, I actually like the soups. But like you said, those ones are rare because a lot of times when I want to take like the vegetable soup especially, bro, go there, it's finished.
Try.
It's finished.
No, but it's good
Yeah,
because
it's
it
good,
was limited
I like
quantity.
that.
So
Yeah.
so the quality of the vegetable soup was probably very good.
Yeah, it was probably very
But
good.
if there's enough for a whole
Yeah.
300 per wedding,
And the thing is,
it's
like,
probably not good.
in as much as I would like to take swallow, a lot of weddings I've gone to, I'm probably hosting it, so I would deviate from. I would deviate from
you
the
sleep
swallow.
on the mic, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would deviate
What?
from, but I will add that. I will still try to add a little bit of that
Yeah.
to the rice, so I can taste it at least.
Yeah.
So I say like yeah.
Yeah, so
So how many did I say? 3, right? Yeah.
yeah, rice.
Rice, peppered meats.
peppered
No one's
And
chosen
then-
moi yet. So. No one's chosen moi.
Mama is hit and miss.
No,
at
mama,
weddings.
a lot of time don't miss for me.
For me, I don't believe in eating swallow food at a wedding. I think that's a home cooked meal
100%.
because I want to eat it with my shirt button down.
You understand?
I
Like-
want to stain my beard. Like I just want to have. A
Yeah,
good time
man.
eating. I don't want to. I don't want to eat that.
I don't want to be posh and then, you know.
Jeff was eating abula yesterday, amala, whatever. That's what they call amala. Guy kept looking at me, yo, anything they might be. I'm like, guy, you're not eating, you're not enjoying this food.
Yeah,
Every
you're
5
too
seconds they ask
cautious.
you, you're too cautious. So
Yeah.
I'm against eating it. So, but no, jollof rice for sure. I'm not really a fan of chicken. I love meat. I love beef. I love beef.
No, don't join those people where they call beef meat. And then they now call chicken or every other thing their name. They are all meat. They are all meat. Which type of meat? Beef.
That's I said beef. I like beef. I like beef. I love beef. I'm not
Actually,
fan
I'm with you on, like, for weddings. I don't like, if there's any other thing that's not that's not chicken, I'll probably go for it. Like,
Yeah, I
if,
think-
if I see salmon, oh my god,
Yeah, because the chicken,
Yeah.
because it's such a easy stereotype, they don't take enough love with it.
you know, they just fry it and just straight
yeah,
there.
yeah.
but, but like if you do go to like a Jamaican wedding, the chicken
that's
is
different.
and
There's different.
There's
There's like 4 different flavors
yeah,
of
that's
chicken.
different. That's
Soft, hard, jerk,
Yeah.
this, that.
Yeah.
I'm
so
like, bro.
I'll do the jollof rice and meat, and then I'll do suya. God, they can kill me with suya. Like I can forget my duties.
Bro, at weddings, I can go on and on.
Yeah, suya.
Once I see the small chops,
Bro, combo, such as combo.
because if for me, sorry to cut you off. For me, like, because there's such a limited time that I have to sit down at a wedding.
Yeah.
I need the on-go food.
Oh,
like,
right,
I just want to carry my puff off and be eating as I'm standing in front as you're
just
giving your
carry that,
speech.
hold that box, yeah.
You
can
know,
just easily
yeah.
drop it,
I,
pick-
Like, I can easily stand anywhere and eat small chops.
yeah,
You're not
yeah.
going to judge me. I can't carry my bar.
I like
yeah,
small
you
chops.
can't
be
carry
eating,
them,
yeah.
dude, you can't
The reason
carry
why
them.
I stay away from small chops, I get bloated easily.
Yeah.
And that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because if I'm hosting it, I don't like to feel uncomfortable. So, like I said, jollof rice and meat, suya. And I guess my third would have to be like, I want to go for like the meat pie because it's more meat, less dough. If you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
not like both there's all dough and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like giz dodo in mass. Giz dodo in mass is not good.
It's actually always horrible.
It's always horrible. It's always. I don't forget it. Like when I just see them, giz dodo is there, but it's not gonna be well. It's not gonna be
There are
well.
just some meals that it has to be very,
Very
limited
small
quantity.
because you
limited,
take
yeah,
you
yeah.
put love into the
Like,
thing.
Oh, yam. I did not mention yam.
Let me hear that there was
Yam
giz
porridge or
dodo.
just
Yam
and
porridge,
stew.
no, any variety of yam
Yeah,
is a winner for me, bro.
it's not for me.
At weddings?
Because sometimes the yam is bitter.
Yam?
Or it's not hard.
No, that's the thing. You guys catch yam. Nah, bro, I'm a sucker for yam. So
At home, because
No,
bro,
yeah, it don't matter the
wedding
whole-
meals,
don't
wedding
matter
meals
the
are very different. Like
very
you might,
Jollof, you can't get wrong.
bro.
No.
Well, no, as in like
If
When
you
I'm
get
not-
it to
when-
the
when-
front,
when I'm- when I'm
you
not-
don't be cooking.
I hosted this wedding in London, yeah. So
They got the jollof wrong.
they got the jollof wrong. They got the soup wrong. They got the moi moi tasted like water. What?
It wasn't cooked by Nigeria. That's what
It
I'm
wasn't
saying.
cooked by Nigerian. The lady was white.
Oh.
The lady was white, and she actually announced it on the
That's
mic.
That's the
She
number
announced it on the
one.
mic.
That's-
That she made it. She
Oh,
took
no.
her time. That ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, I as the MC,
Shall cut her mic off.
I have to. That I'm like, oh, the menu is filled with Nigerian meals. You're gonna love it. And then afterwards, when she was now greeting and introducing the meal, she said she ate. I told. I was talking to the DJ. I'm like,
No,
my
but
bad. I shouldn't have said that
will,
first.
like small weddings, yo, man, let's not get into that. But yeah, that was fun. Nobody called Abule. That's the funny thing. I guess because we're not Yoruba or whatever. But like that Yoruba one is tough, man. I just don't do swallow food. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun pleasure. Doxa, you're welcome anytime back on the pod. We appreciate you for coming out.
No problem.
Michael, you already know. Friend of the show. Family. That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Backyard Band's #1 comedy podcast. I said that with my chest. April 30th, we have a live show in Toronto.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Oh, yeah?
April
Look at
30th?
that.
Shit.
Pull up on him.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
Come celebrate with the gang.
Come celebrate with the gang.
But yeah, man,
Shit.
it's been love. It's been fun. It's been a great conversation. I'm going to sign out. I go by the name Mr. Dre. I'm your humble and gracious host.
Cheers.
Minister of Vibes.
Signing out from this ministry is your vibes minister, Imina, aka Da Free Eagle, aka Triple E, aka the Patricia Eagle, aka you know what is popping?
Let's
get it
popping.
Shit.
Doxa, sign up for us.
I am Doxa, aka DX, sweetest man alive, just above average looking.
Check out his pod, the Black of the Berry.
Life.
The Black of the Berry pod.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, shareholder, friend of the show, also here joining us. Award-winning Dada.
You know what?
With the Ella.
I think that's my AKA now.
Rub it on your wife's face.
Here with Ella. Sign up for us, bro.
Hi guys, my name is Michael, Mr. Grake Shots, aka
Award-winning
Dada.
Come on.
Check me out on Instagram, GRAKESHOTS. You don't have to like me, just remember the name.
I'm gonna like me or down with dogs. Down with dogs. Down with dogs.
No.
We out.
Backyard Bands.
It's that good shit.